Hi, and welcome back to the best thing you watched this week. There's Chris. That's
Hey,
Chris.
hi,
Hey, Chris.
hi.
He's from Movies and Munchies, in case you didn't know. And I'm from the Ruby Tuesday, and I'm Ruben. Welcome to another week of shenanigans where we talk about the best thing we watched this week. We will talk about food. We will talk about what we didn't like so much. We would talk about our Patreon and try and plug that to let everybody know that it's only for £1 and you get 110 videos just when you sign up, and you can do different tiers. And we
Yes.
were to chat to everybody in the comments. Anyway, I'm going to drink some whiskey and coke. How are you, Chris?
Wow. Do you remember the Micro Machines guy? Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. That's. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was getting vibes of there.
Welcome. If this is your first week, Chris is going to talk about a movie, non-spoiler, and we're going to try and guess what it is. It's called A Movie Plot Explained Badly. That's coming up in a little bit. And we always get them right off the bat. There is no extra clues needed for that. If you're listening on the audio, don't worry. We love you too. In whatever version of the podcast or whatever platform you're listening, hello, feel loved. You are welcome. The only thing that you are missing is our bearded faces, which let's be honest, mine is really unkept, so really it's probably not going to give you like the good feels. So just rather listen to our warm soaky
Soaky. I thought you were saying
well,
silky,
I
but
was
maybe
gonna,
soaky,
but my brain
moist.
farted. So warm, silky, smooth voices. Chris, you can do much better because your radio talent is evident.
Hey there. Welcome to the Bearded Ones.
Nice. See, we're off to a shooting start. Thank you for
Yes.
joining us here on the live. Should we say hello to those that are live with us now?
I have a question for you. Did you do cocaine this morning?
I'm just excited. I'm with my people. I got my best bud over there and the rest of my friends.
Okay.
What's not to
Fair.
love?
No, I'm
Come on,
okay
Chris,
with it.
wake up. It's Saturday.
It, well, yeah. See, you're on the latter half of your day where you're having some what Jack and Coke. Is that what you said you're having there?
It's
And
Tennessee honey whiskey and coke. Yeah.
oh, okay, okay, very nice. Yes, and I'm
Which I'm
just
drinking through a
starting my
straw.
morning, so yeah. And I too am
Uh,
drinking heavily. No, I'm not.
heavily,
Um,
but coffee.
yes, exactly. Oh, yes.
We
So
just
let's.
should say I'm not a psychopath. I'm a high functioning psychopath. Do your
Sociopath.
research.
Yeah.
Oh, I still read that as psychopath. Sociopath. Oh, okay.
Do you know
Yeah,
what that's from?
that's I know it's from something. I don't remember what it's from.
You just bought a 3 seasons of it.
Wait, that's from Sherlock?
Yeah.
That's why I need to go back and watch it again.
Yes, you do.
It's been a while. Awesome.
Oh goodness. All
That's
right.
great.
Yeah. So thank you. I appreciate. I got a whole bunch of new shirts. I was walking around town yesterday wearing one. It it's terrible too. And I love it. It's got Stalin's face on it, and it says across the top dark humor, and then across the bottom is like food. Not everyone gets it.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I bet that pushes buttons.
Nobody talked to me, so that was probably a good thing. Yeah.
Best way to do it.
Yeah, right. Oh goodness. Okay, let's really go to chat to everybody here.
Okay.
Uriah, hey, glad you're here. First time tuning in for live since the Mike Tyson babysitting
That's hilarious because that's the first time Mariah's seen me, even though I was meant to be there.
match.
Thanks
Oh
for looking after
goodness.
Chris, babysitting Chris. I appreciate it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Now, Uriah, I'm going to ask: are you the gentleman that I met a couple of times at a couple of Northern California screenings?
Screamers. Nice.
If not, that's okay. Um I want to say that you are, but I don't know that. Uh, Crochet Wild and Listen. Hey there. Welcome. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Oh. AJ is here also. Awesome. welcome, welcome, everybody. Also in the chat too. That's the truth. We love our community in the chat. So much fun. Mr. Flickster,
Hello,
hello.
world.
Oh my gosh, we're glad you're here, Mr. Flickster. Rundown Productions. Hey, what's going on? Well, not too much at the moment. Just some general silliness, but
Mhm.
other than that, yeah, we will be talking about some movies and anything random also. So,
Yes,
I
because
do have a random story to tell in a little bit. I'm so
oh,
excited.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey, Shiny's here at the beginning.
what's that?
What's up,
Welcome,
dude?
welcome, shiny, happy
uh,
people.
yes, so glad you're here. About to watch Final Destination's
Ooh.
Bloodlines.
All I'm gonna say is this. Okay.
Oh yeah, but yeah, okay. Um, we're glad you're here. I hope you have fun with that. We will be talking about it spoiler free, even though
Yes,
it did. I mean, it's out now publicly, but yeah, no, we're not going to give any
it's
spoilers
like
away because that's
24 hours fresh, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
and that's a crap move to talk about spoilers on.
especially in that movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you do that? No,
I
no.
and I didn't see a single trailer.
That's amazing.
Everything was a surprise for me.
That's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
well done.
So, because apparently that what you were just referencing was in a trailer, and I was like,
Yes.
I'm glad I didn't see that because yeah, okay. Hey Amy, morning. I have not watched the
I've
Superman
purposely
trailer.
not watched it. I saw the teaser and I'm doing my best not to watch it because the teaser showed a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about how much they're going to show in
Mm-hmm.
the trailer. I have heard our guys that have talked about it in our Discord,
Mm.
and it didn't make them go, "Yay! I
I
want to see that."
I saw I did not watch the YouTube video, but
Mm,
it was talking about this, and so it was only the title that I saw, but
mm,
it was or maybe it was in the thumbnail. Doesn't really matter. It was like movie written for morons. I went,
yeah,
oh, that's
yeah, because I saw the
unfortunate.
teaser and the
Yeah,
teaser. You seen the teaser?
I saw the teaser. I looked. That was
The
all I
teaser's
needed. I would look
awesome, dude. I
great.
got shivers when
Yeah,
crypto arrived. I was like,
the use of
yes.
music, the whole
Oh,
thing.
so good. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spectacular. So I don't know what happened, but I think it was Chris Listened or AJ was talking about how there's a different editor for the trailer. And
Oh,
so that
really?
just changed up the whole feel of it.
Hmm.
Mm, makes me
Hmm.
worried.
Yeah. Well, which is why we're not watching the trailer either.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
Go
that's one
in.
of my, like, what's left of the year is one of probably my top 5 films I'm most excited for. And I really want to keep it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm disappointed to say, and you and I have chatted about this a little bit.
Mm.
I'm actually kind of intrigued by Megan.
Did you watch the trailer yet?
I've only seen the one. Well, I saw the very first teaser that was just like a title reveal
Yeah, it was
almost.
just a title card. Yeah, but
Yeah,
the
the
teaser
one.
trailer for 2.0, where it goes fast and furious, like batshit crazy.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'll be far enough into it. Yeah,
yeah, we are.
batshit crazy. And I was like, huh.
Eh, Yeah, it looks like maybe they embraced what they didn't embrace fully before.
Exactly. There were some like really quirky moments in the trailer, which speaks to the character of what they're trying to produce of that film. Really knowing what it is, I was like, dang, I don't want to say that I'm looking forward to it, but it kind of looks fun. Damn it.
I wanted an unhinged AI inside of a robot. The first one did not give me really that, or at least it didn't do anything outside of the trailer, you know?
I mean, just like, do you remember when I tried to kill you? You're like, sorry about that. Won't happen again. I swear. I was just like, that's what we needed. That it's that. It knows
Yeah,
what it is.
and putting it into the little round, fat little robot type of thing that
Oh,
I'm not
so
even sure it
funny.
has arms.
Yeah. And then there was like some weird skydiving squirrel
Yeah,
suit. I was like, what is going on?
yes, yeah.
Brilliant.
It looks like they have embraced the silliness.
Yeah.
And if you can do that, and then because you understand what you are, right? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, they're not even horror. It's just adventure, sort of thriller in parts.
Yeah.
I think that's why the first one I was so disappointed because they sold it as a straight up horror. It's like, this is janky as anything. It's just not
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. And then using the one iconic thing that they were doing with the whole dance, and there wasn't more to it. It's like,
They
wait,
sold the movie on that thing,
yeah,
and that was it. You're like,
yeah.
cool.
Okay.
I should have just watched the trailer.
Yeah. Next. Oh gosh. Yeah.
Mm. So yeah,
That was
with you
that was,
on the surprise.
yes. And that was a long-winded answer for to Amy.
For which we started out on Superman. Awesome.
Exactly. Yes. Oh,
We'll be
hey
here all
Zed.
week, everybody. Hey Zed,
Zed's
you're here early.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you all
Okay.
right?
Thanks everybody for joining. We'll see.
Okay, normally it's the end. Yeah. Goodbye.
Oh, Zed, we're so glad that you got here early. That's awesome. Oh, Lee, hello, welcome. Glad that you're here.
My middle name is Lee.
Yes, it is. I can see it on my screen.
Hmm.
But if you say all three names together, that makes you a serial killer.
I just think it makes me sound like
Like you're getting in trouble from your parents.
yeah. Oh, but the way I say it is because I always love Bruce Lee films. I want to be part of like, so I go like Ruben Lee Shaw. So because it's racist, but it's also
so you appropriate a whole culture.
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And because I am South African, I've got some racism in me. So, you know.
But you also are not fully white either, which
No, I'm not.
helps.
Yeah.
So,
So I can say, supposedly.
Well, you can't say that. You can't say certain words. Nobody can say certain words.
Oh no. There are certain
Not
words
that
I even if you're black in South Africa, you can't say. Yeah.
Shiny watched Murderbot. I saw that you dropped your trailer. I haven't done my review yet, so I didn't watch your trailer, your review, but I have thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about them today?
We will talk.
It's interesting
Yeah.
because on my review, the comments are like what one of your reviews recently, like this, like totally split. Like this is like written for a 12-year-old, and the other one's going, this is exactly the tone for the books. I'm so happy. And I'm like, wow, okay.
Well, you've done a good job then by
agreed.
in that writing. If you can polarize the audience that way, nobody in the
It's
middle
going to get people talking. No,
that's the thing. Like the worst thing you could have is
yeah. You know. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Lukewarm reception is not what you want. Ugh. Yeah.
No.
All right. Hey, just kidding. Hello, but actually, hello. Don't ask why you said that. Fair enough.
Okay.
Oh, Carlos. Hey there. You saw Final Destination Bloodlines. Enjoyed it. Outstanding. We are going to be talking about that. So yes. Ruben got to see it a whole week early, which just
wasn't even a screener.
Unfair.
Early.
Yeah, it was just an early fan screening, huh?
Yeah.
Lee, best thing watched was Murderbot. I think we're gonna have some, yeah.
We're gonna have some words.
Yes. Best thing watched this week. Oh, yep. Best Final Destination Bloodlines. So much fun. Don't watch the FDB trailers if you haven't already. They spoil too much.
Fun decibels. Final Destination Bloodlines.
Yes.
FDB.
Yes.
Cool.
I can imagine
Frederick Dickinson Balls trailers.
dude, I want to know that person. Because I think, though, his first name should be not Frederick, but Harry.
Just to... Okay. Fun with Dick and Harry.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was number one this week. Yeah. You know what? When I saw it, now I did see it at a later showing on Thursday night. I was a little surprised that there were not more people in there. Maybe they saw it at an earlier screening that night, but I was, yeah.
Yeah, mine was. I mean, to be fair, it was asking a lot, but I was just 3/4 full, and that was for the. They watched the first one, had a 10-minute break, and then watched the new one, and people were there for it. So I was surprised because I was like, "Oh, getting British people to sit through like 5 hours."
That's not The English Patient.
No.
Remains of the Day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
English Patient will give you 11 Oscars. We don't know why, but we'll give them to you.
Because we slept through half the movie and we felt.
Yes, and then we love the end. It's like, oh, emotional, cool.
So true. Amy does not know what else is going on with Superman, but only thing we need to know is the official trailer was even way better than the teaser. Okay. Good. Good. Well, that's
like opposite to what I heard, but okay.
Yeah,
cool.
that's awesome.
But I'm really happy. That's great.
Yeah, because I want this movie to be good. I'm hoping that it's good.
Me too. Yeah.
Oh, you loved Nanas, Nanas, and Nanas. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe Mr. Grand's cookies.
Cool.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that they did that. Once I learned about Vince Vaughn recently in the last couple of weeks, I decided I wasn't going to watch it because I just
once you told me, I had the screen. I was like, that's going to sour it for me, so I'm not going to watch that.
Yeah, it did for me too. So I'm going to have to. There's going to have to be a big break there of Vince Vaughn stuff, which sucks because I like him a lot in so many things. But AJ enjoyed the Superman trailer. Didn't go away too much. Cool. It was more of a glorified teaser. Okay. Oh, good. Corn Sweat and Brosnan. I don't know how you pronounce her last name. I don't know where the emphasis goes. Are going to be great as Superman and Lois. Nice. All in good fun, said. All in good fun. Oh, cool. Okay. Yep. Nanas. How do you pronounce that? Not that you can all. Nana. I had a Nana.
Yeah.
So you can tell I'm loving Murderbot. Yes, I am enjoying Murderbot a lot. There's a caveat though that I have for everybody else, and Ruben will probably agree with me. I haven't seen.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah. Hey Noah, how you doing? Watching The Wild Wedding with Glenn Close, Patrick Stewart, and John Malkovich. I don't even know what that is.
What's this on?
Yeah,
it's a series. 5 to 7. Yeah, I've even heard of this, and it's got Patrick Stewart, Glenn Close, and Malkovich.
Huh? Really? Are those two different things? So, I don't know, but episodes 5 to 7 maybe. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just finished 5 to 7. Yeah, so it's a series. The Wild Wedding. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay. Yeah, because that's a cast right there.
I think it's a movie.
Oh, wait, what?
Very confused about that. According to IMDb, it's a 2017 movie with Glenn Close, John Malkovich, and Patrick Stewart. So I just finished 5 to 7. Must mean
is 5 to 7
something
a different
else?
Thing? Yes, I'm thinking. Noah, let us know.
5 to 7.
Yeah, 5 to 7. Let's see here. 5 to.
Oh, that's actually a thing as well. Another movie called called 5 to 7.
Did you see who's in it?
Anton?
Mm-hmm.
No, Anton. I haven't even heard of this one. It's got 7.1 rating.
Well, it's
Directed
got Anton
and
in it.
written by... Oh, yeah, Victor Levin. Destination Wedding. I like that one. Mad About You. Okay, Noah. I see your titles. I am writing them down. Because Anton,
Yeah, he's so good.
he's so good. I don't know him. We were never friends, but I miss him.
Yeah, so many things when I see him, I'm like, oh, or you just hear his
Yeah.
voice, and you're like,
Oh
damn it.
my gosh. From Star Trek to my favorite book series adapted to that movie. I was just like, oh my gosh.
Well, and it's sad too that we're never going to get like more of the Odd Thomas universe.
And it was from the director of The Mummy. Like he did a great job.
Yeah, I
And
had fun with
Anton
that one.
just
That was
sold it. Yeah.
yeah.
Very sad.
Called it the most important trailer of the summer. Definitely going to be the summer of Superman. Interesting. Okay. Cuckoo.
Could you?
Just Kidding has a question for you, Ruben. What do you think of the Got Ham series? Would like a
Yeah.
brief review.
I
Briefer.
So I never finished it.
No, briefer. I'm kidding.
And I think there was one particular character that I really hated. She drove me up the wall. And every time her name was Fish something, and she was just the worst character. That's why I fell off with the Flash TV series. The actress that played his love interest, I just didn't buy it. Like, I didn't like whether it was her acting or the writing, the dialogue. It was the same for Gotham, which is a shame because the Gotham series had a lot of stories about Ham and all the other characters, like the Joker before the Joker, the prerequisite of what was the building blocks of all the characters we've seen. It was a really great crime story. So I saw probably about like 3 seasons, but I couldn't force myself to watch them. And she's probably like be killed at the end of season 3 or 4, but I just couldn't get past that. I've always wanted to go back and watch it again because now that I know that, I
Fish
don't want
Mooney.
like that character. That's the one, Fish Mooney. Yeah,
Gee.
hated that character.
I'm going through the cast, and I'm like, holy jeez.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic production, and it really grew. Like I think it found its footing, its flippers as it went on, and it's just that one character. I just like
just not doing it for you, huh? Was that because the character wasn't written great, or that like she was doing a great job and you literally hated the character?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think the character was written stupidly, and I'm not sure she was doing a great job with it either. So it was very, think of an over the top villain in Batman and Robin movie, but in a very dark noir TV series. It just didn't fit.
Oh, gotcha. Like they didn't understand the tone.
Yeah, exactly.
That they
But
were
all the
writing
others
in.
were way darker. So
okay. Interesting. Well, yeah, she was.
I mean, it's been years, so yeah,
only
maybe I've grown
episodes. So
as a reviewer. 28 episodes.
Okay.
Oh, so she gets taken out at the end of 2 then.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Just Kidding loved it after you just pooped on it all.
I didn't poop on it.
I know.
Don't you twisty my words?
Oh gosh. Best movie watched: Stockholm Bloodbath and Kunk on Earth. Kunk on Earth is always fun.
Kunk on Earth docuseries. Yeah.
But Stockholm Bloodbath, just by the name. Why does that sound familiar though?
It sounds like something you would own.
Yeah, it's wow. No, I have
It
not.
sounds like most American. Never mind.
Is this?
Ooh,
Well, it's got to be Swedish, right? Yeah, it is. It's Swedish, but it's
this
in
looks
English.
awesome.
Huh.
It's in English?
That's yeah.
Huh.
Well, according to IMDb, so whatever that's worth. But
Whatever that's worth. Yeah.
yeah, interesting though. Huh.
Okay. So another
Okay.
one I'm going to write in the list.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Stockholm.
Cool.
Bloodbath.
Let's see here. Hey, Trek Galaxy Project UFO is a must see. Why do I know this one though? This sounds like
Hopefully it's not my film. It's just UFO.
it is this the this looks like a Polish, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken,
okay.
Netflix series that
Oh yeah.
when did that come out? Like
I feel
just
like I've seen this.
came out in
After
April.
an alleged UFO. It's new. Yeah. Okay, so I definitely seen the trailer. I probably didn't watch it.
Okay.
So it was good.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
Cool. Well, thank you for that. That was good.
TV series. Nice.
Yeah. First best thing AJ watched The Studio, episode 9. Right on. Wildly hilarious. Had me dying laughing uncontrollably. Bryan Cranston was the standout. Nice.
I love the
Nice.
stars they're getting for the
Right.
series. It reminds me so much of Extras. There's so
nice.
many.
Where you
Yeah.
have the real people just playing themselves or caricatures
Yeah.
of themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. 5 to 7 is a different movie about him falling in love with an older woman, and they can only see each other from 5 to 7 p.m.
Ah. Because they turn into a wolf and a dragon around those times.
Or she gets really, really old and he turns into a baby.
Like a really bizarre Benjamin Button.
Yeah, yeah. Oh gosh. Shiny likes Got Ham, especially season 1. So, and by the end of this, if you keep writing Got Ham, I'm going to make you only see Got Ham because that's the only thing I would see on the poster when I would come up on the TV. Got Ham.
You try just saying it backwards. Yeah. Matog.
Ooh, Matt Hogg. That's nice too. That's like Matlock's ugly brother.
We started watching Matlock, the new one with
with Kathy Bates.
Yeah. And at first I was like, why are they trying to connect it to Matlock even? And then I was like, oh, this has got an interesting story. I mean, she's fantastic in it.
Well, I mean, come on, it's Kathy Bates.
It's Kathy Bates, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
want to say, go ahead.
What?
What? Who? I'm drinking.
Me too. So it's just dead air.
Nice. I want to say Crochet a while and listen. Was like really enjoying that.
Yeah. We just saw her and we're like, all right, we'll give it a go. Like we've never watched the original. We just know it was a like way back when detective series, lawyer series, whatever.
Well, yeah.
And they reference it and they were like, you said the title of the thing in the show. Yeah, that's cool. And then it was actually got a good story. And then I see Kathy Bates. Wow, Kathy Bates. I'm so sorry, Kathy Bates. We saw Kathy Bates play smart and then emotional, and it was like, dude, yeah. Just in case you forgot how good she was in Misery, have a look at this.
Nice. I always think of her in Fried Green Tomatoes. Honey, I'm older and got way more insurance.
She's so
she
good.
Just rams into the girl's thing.
She's fantastic. If she looks at you sternly and calls you by your full name, you do anything, right? It's just like, I'm in trouble.
Especially if you're carrying around a sledgehammer.
You will do this rewrite.
Yes.
Okay.
No problem. Put the hammer down.
You had me at sledgehammer.
Yeah, exactly. Rewatch of The Brutalist on Max. Wow. Top 5 of 2024.
Wow. So is that all you watched this week then? Ba-dum.
13 hours later.
It must be good though.
Yeah. Won 3 Oscars, score, cinematography, lead actor. Felicity Jones should have won over Zoe Saldana. Wow, okay. And Guy Pearce was a great antagonist.
I mean, isn't he always?
10 nominations. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Naket has joined the chat
of
with.
course. With
I-
lollies.
Is that what it? Okay, cool. That's what I
Yeah,
thought
I
they are.
think they're the
Nice.
swirly
Yep.
lollies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey,
Maybe he's
Naket.
just calling us suckers. Hey, suckers. Yeah.
Very astute of you. That's great. Yes, I like
Mm-hmm.
that. Sharam,
I pity
hey.
the fool.
We're happy
So,
you're happy.
I was watching Wrexham this morning,
Mm.
and that
Were they
made me think of Sharam. Yeah.
were they like the actual match or the welcome to Wrexham?
No. The Welcome to Wrexham series. I'm only on like towards the end of, no, I'm halfway through season 2, and my wife walks in and tells me something. Oh, I just heard that they. I was like, come on, that's the thing. That's the
It's such a feel good show. I love it. I
it's so
love,
good.
I mean it's you barely get any of Ryan or Rob half the time. It's just the people of
Oh, it's the
Wrexham
people.
and
It's so human, isn't it? I think that's what I love about it.
yeah,
They've
and
captured
hearing
something there.
the player stories too. I
Mm.
love that. It's so
The people that have been commentating for years and years, the guys that are making music, who are now, because of the show, actually making money from the music that they've been doing for years. Just brilliant. Yeah.
it's
Like,
so good.
yeah. Anyway, what's Sharam say?
Planning to go see Final Reckoning next weekend. Biggest screen in your city. Can't wait to see Tom Cruise on the big screen again. Probably the last time is Ethan Hunt.
Mm,
Seeing it on a big screen is fun because there are some epic sequences. I saw it in IMAX and it was a spectacle. Temper
yeah.
your expectations though on the story. Just
Yeah.
go in for yeah.
Mhm.
And you're not the only one that feels that about Fish Mooney.
Thank you.
Which I don't even understand that name. That name is stupid. I mean,
It is a stupid name.
Batman has stupid names anyway. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But come on,
Yes.
that's
Do better than Fish Mooney. Like,
yeah,
come on.
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, Marvin K. Mooney was better than that.
I'm disappointed though that Sharam hasn't given us any sports. That was about movies. That
I
seems
know,
like
but
you've broken the
there may not be
continuum.
any playing right now.
True. Okay.
I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Krisha Wellness and loves Matlock.
Love
Yep.
Matlock. Yeah.
Liked
Nice.
her. Just kidding is talking. I think I'm talking. You're talking about Fish Mooney, which I want to keep saying that word, Fish Mooney.
Are you
Mooney,
talking
Fish
about
Mooney.
Kathy Bates or Fish Mooney?
Uh,
You like Fish Mooney?
I think
Because
so because that's what Just Kidding was talking about before. Is
oh, you liked
you
her.
liked her? Yeah.
Well,
Hmm.
that's cool. We all have, things that we're not right about, and that's okay.
uh, Tom Cruise, he's working on Top Gun 3, a Days of Thunder sequel. Also,
Mm.
in separate interview footage for Fandango, said that he believes he can make the best Mission Impossible sequel ever. Um,
He's working on something like 4 projects in between the press showings. He literally was working. This guy does not stop.
do you think in any of these there's, and I'm not even sure I want it to happen, but
Mm.
Edge of Tomorrow?
That's been on the cards for ages. Surely he can do, like, people love that one. Like, that's one that people go back to a lot.
Oh yeah,
Like, I would take a sequel over that over Days of Thunder sequel, because Days of Thunder was fine, and you go back to it, it's kind of problematic as a film and stuff.
yeah.
Top Gun works. It basically, Top Gun is, Days of Thunder is, and it's just
Top Gun.
boring
Yeah,
because
they
it's
go
not
less.
playing.
Yeah.
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 And everybody that's like a racing enthusiast just went, how
Yeah.
dare you?
You're talking about NASCAR.
Oh, yeah. Can I do a quick segue there?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna double check that the embargoes are before I actually do spew
Ah,
words that get me in trouble. There's an Amazon TV series that's coming out pretty darn soon.
there's something about
Um,
the sister.
oh no, no, no.
Oh,
This actually has relevance to um, Days of Thunder. It's called Motorheads. Comes out on May the 20th. It's an original series. It's got Ryan Philippe in it. And
really?
it's about a family that moved to their uncle's. There's something about the father that is missing. You got a brother and daughter that are having to like restart new life. But it's all that this whole town is centered around people
Hmm.
that love to race and
Oh,
build cars and engines. So like for all the gearheads, the motorheads, you're gonna love this because it's beautiful cars. It's sort of Fast and Furious, but like think back to when Fast and Furious was just about the cars,
and
like
family.
right back to number 1, 2, and 3
Mm-hmm.
max. And then like just make it more grounded than that, and then add some like drama
Hmm.
because it's a drama. Yeah,
Family.
it looks great. Like I've seen the first episode, and so far I'm like, huh, this is actually quite good. Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
yeah. I just thought I'd flag that because I haven't heard anybody talk about this.
I
Like, there's
didn't
been no
really
marketing
think.
whatsoever.
Yeah. 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 No, I
Yeah.
didn't. Okay.
Mm,
Cool.
cool.
Fish was a very controversial character. Um, even with her, the show was good. Give it another chance. So there you go.
I'm
More
gonna say
Gotham.
I will, but I've literally I showed Chris my haul. Like I'm just adding to my haul, and I'm like, I need to justify having like buying all these physical media. Like I need to watch them. I think that's what I'll probably do. Is I'll find a really good sale on the complete Gotham Blu-ray, and then I own it, and I can just watch it at leisure.
Oh,
When I'm
there you go. Yeah.
yeah, and then that way I can fast forward the Fish Mooney bits, and just like try and copy it all onto my hard drive, and then edit out the character throughout the series.
Make the Ruben cut.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of the Zack Snyder cut, this is actually much shorter. Funny. Oh gosh. Hey Jeff, how are you? Oh, you watched Vengeance finally. Thought it was pretty good, but tone shifted a lot during the movie. Um, I
What is
s-
vengeance?
Vengeance is the one with BJ Novak. He wrote and directed it, and it also has like Boyd Holbrook, Issa Rae.
Did I watch
Um,
this?
I don't know. He's a dude. BJ Novak plays this guy who is trying to solve the murder of a girl that he um, dated or at least hooked up with, and he goes into like I
Oh
don't know if
yeah,
it's the
I do
South, but it's
recognize
more
it.
like
Yeah, I haven't
I,
seen this. This wasn't one that I went. Yeah, I want to watch that.
I started watching it and I actually was really enjoying it. And I don't know why we stopped. I don't know if it was just because I had to go someplace and then never went back to it or whatever, but it was
Is it a series?
no. It's just a
Oh, it's
movie.
a movie. Okay.
Yeah, it came out in 2022. So,
Mm,
okay.
okay.
Well, so I mean tone shifts a lot. Okay. So that's good to know, but
Oh, thanks,
yeah.
Jeffrey.
Hmm. Man City versus Crystal Palace FA
There you
Cup
go.
final right now. Okay. Thank you,
Oh,
Sean.
well, and
Good to
you're
know.
here? Wow.
Probably got two
Probably
screens up.
multitasking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Jada's actually good in season 1 of Got Ham. So, okay.
Is she though? Is she?
Oh gosh. Hey Bunny Dojo, Rabbit Care, and Bun Fun. I was watching some bunny videos this week, and there was this one where there were two sitting on the lawn, and one would
Mm,
hop at the other one, and
cool.
the other one would like jump straight up, and so it would go over it, and then it would turn around, and they were playing a game, I guess, because then the rabbit would go back at it, and it would jump up again and down, and they just kept doing this back and forth. I was like,
Brilliant.
that is funny. So,
They're cute to watch, but I don't know if you've ever been nipped by a bunny. It can be. They have like incisors. They're
oh yeah,
they're
I
rodents.
I was never bitten by one. I mean,
I
my
mean, you
my
should eat
rabbits.
bunnies. Yeah.
No. What? What's What's wrong with you? We have stores
get-
that have chickens and cows and
You get a
pigs.
pesky rabbit. And go
Yeah,
rabbit hunting.
yeah, exactly. It's duck season. We, we had, I mean, we had several rabbits growing up. The most dangerous part of them is when they didn't want to be picked up and you didn't grab their butt
Oh, and they
fast enough.
kick you.
The feet, yeah. Now those
Those are
nails,
strong thumpers. Yeah.
yeah, that's dangerous. But I never had any bite me. That's
You never
weird.
had a nip. That's interesting. Okay.
No, they would
So you have
nuzzle into
rabbits.
us.
Maybe I played with hares. Okay.
Maybe.
Because they were quite big.
Oh, could have been. Yeah, little
Mm.
mangy looking, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it was a gruffalope.
Oh, Bunny Jojo loved Final Destination Bloodlines 2. Has most likable characters of the series. Made the deaths more suspenseful because I wanted them to make it even knowing they wouldn't. They had, yeah, there were some.
That's how I felt. Yeah.
F1 movie should have been a Days of Thunder. There you go. With him going into F1, I mean that.
You see, I got a bone to pick with F1 because I saw the trailer for the first time. I hadn't seen it yet, and I was like, "This is Gran Turismo."
Yes.
And Gran Turismo's filming looked great. Like, it was really well done. The story was so much better than it had any reason to be. It had so much heart. David Harbour and the kids together were fantastic. I think I've seen it twice or three times now, and every time I'm like, this is really good. I'm always surprised. I keep going into it thinking, this is not good, right? And then it's like, no, this is good. So it needs to do something different to make it stand out in that crowd, right?
I think it's because Pitt in this, from what I gathered from the one time I saw the trailer, was that he's like the aging out guy.
Yeah.
You know, and trying to hold on to that. And I don't know if he becomes like unwilling mentor. I don't really know exactly.
I think that's what it looks like. Yeah.
I hope the racing is really good. Like the footage is good because, I mean, those F1 cars are, you have to be insane to drive.
They need to be able to show us the toll. We need to be able to feel like what Tom Cruise manages to show us when they're in a plane. We need that. It needs to be shown. We need to be able to feel it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's pointless. Yeah.
Yeah. Those cars, like, I would love to be in one. I want to say I would love to drive an F1 car for the speed and the ability to stop and corner like they can. Except that would be instant death for me. There's no way in the world I would be able to control that amount of power with such
precision. And it's the reactions that boggle my mind. Like, because when you see the actual speed that they're doing, you know, there's like boom, that when your mind, it's actually trying to watch it. It's just like, you don't realize because you are far away and it gives an illusion that it's like slower than it is. But in the cockpit of that, it's mental.
Oh, yeah, the top-down perspectives where the drones or whatever are following, you know, or it's a wide shot, and so you just see it, you know, weaving through. You're like, oh, they're not going very.
Your brain goes, I could do that. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like, what is this hype about? Ugh.
Yeah. I always loved though, like in the old Forza games and stuff, and any of the racing games where you could actually get to an F1 car. You know what I mean? And because that was the one that was like, okay, yeah, I'm doing this one. Because while I might crash a lot, it also will stop on a dime. Like literally, I would just come to a halt. You know,
one of the Forza games had you in an F1 car racing against a plane. Did you ever do that race?
No.
It's crazy. So they time it. It's like some sort of jet, and you're like, and I was just like, this is awesome. And you crash a lot. And thankfully, you can reset. But
exactly. That's where I need to stay with my whole F1 experience. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Anyway, that was a whole ride of answering that.
Yes. Yeah. Edge of Tomorrow should be a one and done. Yeah. True. It doesn't need a second one. I agree. I mean,
please don't even say that. I don't want anybody to touch The Fifth Element. I will stand in the picket line. I'll be the only one standing there, but I'll be there. Don't you dare. That's what it's going to say.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Cruise is working with Doug Lyman on a movie in space. Oh my gosh.
I said the next mission needed to be in space.
He's the first actor with Ana de Armas that will actually film in space for.
I believe it though. Like, if anyone, didn't I say he hasn't conquered space? That's the next thing.
Yeah. And you know what, really? We need Tom Cruise to team up with James Cameron, and they need to go to the bottom of the ocean.
Yes.
Because,
Just because. And make a documentary. Yeah.
Oh, that's all. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so intrigued by what is down there that we don't see, you know, and all the creepy things, despite having
And when we
several
actually see
movies.
Cthulhu, and we're like, I knew it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and we do need more original stuff. You are absolutely right.
Yeah. I mean, the original stuff we've had this year, like Sinners, just sets a new bar for like, holy crap, we can do this. Remember Hollywood? Original content?
Well, and think about all the stories last year that we had. I mean,
Yeah.
there were a lot of original
Horrors
things.
stood out in that original genre.
Oh,
Talk
yeah,
to
it
me,
did
it was
too.
one of the best experiences I've had in a long time. And their new movie's out in like a few weeks, right?
Uh-huh. I am looking forward to that one. Bring her back.
Oh, yeah. That looks creepy as heck, man.
Yeah. Oh, and have you seen I don't know the rationale behind why this is happening, but people moved the real Annabelle doll and are taking it on tour.
No.
Well, they were in Louisiana and a plantation burned down. So, I mean, there is a positive that came from this, some old antebellum type of thing. But what in the crap? There were specific instructions: never move this.
There's a real world where you and I come into contact with that if they start taking it on like press tours or something as a promotional gimmick, and we're doing one of the. There's a place where we could come in contact with that.
No, there's not. Because no, no,
Just
no.
pack a flamethrower.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I'm not sure how much of the whole Warren stuff that I believe is real, but I'm gonna give that one a wide berth regardless.
Yeah, man. Like, just in case. Why poke Sod's law? Like, why do that?
And
He's
why
literally
in
poking
the
the bear, right?
Yeah, why in the 2025 are we even playing with something like this? The world has enough, and you're not taking it to Washington. So
the
you
world
know
is
what I mean?
already ready to implode. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're going to the
gosh.
Oval Office, just leave it alone. I mean, oh gosh, yeah, I don't know. Oof.
So stupid.
Oh, hey, seen the Tron Ares trailer. I watched it without sound.
I have now because it was at the cinema and I wasn't expecting it. It was on the IMAX screening for Mission.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And I was like, oh, it actually looks good. Also, but why? Why have you gone with this? And this dude, yeah.
Yeah, there's questions that I have about, and again, because I didn't listen to it, there was no sound on purpose.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe there was voiceover to explain what happened to Cora and
no, they don't do any of that.
No. Okay. No. I don't know how you exist in this world where Flynn created this and you don't anyway. Okay. We'll see.
Anyhow.
Yeah. Doug Lyman and Tom Cruise, always gold. Leave American Made. That was a lot of fun.
That was
enjoyed
fun.
American Made. Yeah. We saw that in I want to say that we were like on vacation or something like that, and the family, we went and saw that, and it was just like, that was just fun.
Yeah.
So yeah. funny in Tropic Thunder. Les Grossman, right?
That was so good.
Oh. Um, let's see, a Godzilla X Kong Supernova trailer, and then another one from Japan, Toho, 70 years of Godzilla. Huh?
He's
I
green
haven't.
now. I haven't
I haven't.
seen
Have you
any of
seen
those.
either
I
of
didn't
them?
even know they dropped.
Yeah, I haven't either. I'm gonna stay away. I think I think that's my new thing. I'm just staying
Stay
away
away
from
from
it.
it.
And yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
as much as we can.
Yeah, exactly. I did see the new trailer, or I saw a trailer, maybe it's the initial one of I Know What You Did Last Summer, the reboot, or the continuation, the
Oh
requel,
yeah, I want
maybe.
to say. I was like, I know that hook, and then I was like, oh yeah,
I- It looked uh, like it didn't look terrible to me. It looked fun. Um, it has nostalgia bait in it. Okay,
mm,
I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Scream did it, and that was fine.
To be
Um,
honest, it's been so long since I've seen those movies. Like the nostalgia bait, I was like, oh yeah, I think they were in it.
yeah, this I never even finished the Amazon series, the Prime series that
Oh yeah,
they
yeah.
did, which I ended up getting canceled because it was terrible. I mean, it was
Mm.
just not good at all. But
Yeah, I can't.
yeah.
I think I watched some of it, but I can't remember. Yeah.
Mm. Behind the scenes video on how they filmed F1, used techniques and cameras that have never been used before. 300 million on the budget, filmed on an actual F1 tracks. Ooh, wow,
Okay. I mean, all of
wow.
that sounds good.
Yeah, they're using the Apple money, so I mean
Mm.
that's yeah. As long as the story's good, though, I mean, we can look outstanding.
Mm.
And hey, Elijah, two guys you would totally hang with. Is that Doug Lyman and Tom Cruise, or Ruben and Chris, or Brad
Yes.
Pitt and Tom Cruise? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Use your however you'd like. Yes. Brad Pitt actually drove at high speeds, 200 plus miles per hour. Lewis Hamilton, an actual F1 driver, did driving for the movies and is a producer. Nice. Kaczynski is a great visual director, having done Maverick. Yeah, that's
Mm.
yes. So is he. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jelly Cabral, hey, hey. Cooking while listening to us, outstanding. About the Annabelle doll, it came at a Warner Exposition Fair in Rio, and the exposition for it got to.
What?
I'm sorry to laugh because that's terrible if people were in there, but see, this is why we don't. You don't move the thing.
Oh my goodness. What?
I, I, I,
You
it
see,
baffles me why.
it needs to stop. What is this?
And how are these people who are transporting it not dead?
They probably walk around with a flock of priests.
Well, they do have. There was because I'm watching the dude who's helping with the tour, I guess, on
Mm.
TikTok, and they do have a priest that comes in quite often and does things. But I mean, I'm like, I don't know exactly what's in Annabelle, but I don't want to know either. And
If it's there still, it's probably there to stay.
well, there's a reason why it was don't ever touch it. She didn't even like to look at it. I mean, she was like, no, because I did see a clip of the real, I don't remember her first name, but Warren and the wife, and I believe it was after the husband had died, and she was like, yeah, no, I don't look at it. I'm like,
Did they show it?
the doll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's funny too
See,
because
I wouldn't
pe-
even look that up. No.
people in the comments at first they were like, "That's not the real Annabelle doll," and because they're so used to the movie, because
Yeah.
the movie used a very creepy looking doll versus what I
The
think is
Annabelle
actually,
one.
yeah, it's just a Raggedy Ann doll, and
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
personally
actually
think.
worse though.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Thanks for that, Jellica Bro. Good to know that it's still burning things down and
Yeah,
it's got power like that.
yeah. Well,
Uh,
oh.
we'll avoid at all costs.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Um, Godzilla X Kong Supernova and Legend of Zelda are scheduled to be released on the same day, March 2027. You think
That is
one of them will
weird.
move since they probably similar demographics for both.
To be honest, I don't think any film wants to be near Legend of Zelda. The That's going to be huge.
Yeah, I'm
Guarantee. Even if the movie flops, it's going to make all the money.
opening day. I mean, yeah, you figure those pre-sale tickets, it's going to be huge. But that those fans are going to be ruthless.
For sure.
So yeah.
I'm like, I like Zelda, but I'm not like nearly a diehard fan. I'm like, I can take or leave it. So I will be going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't even know who's in it, but yeah, I can.
Zelda?
Hopefully, Link also, though, right?
Well, someone has to rescue Zelda.
Yeah, Mario. That's who's
Yeah,
gonna be.
exactly. Yeah, let's do a crossover.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Elijah Mentos.
But there's a lull afterwards. So
Yeah, I know. So yeah, well, you take that for what it is. I just
yeah,
he was chuckling at our
right. Yeah.
our banter, not laughing that he was just kidding about it being us. You're about to test drive Station 11. Interesting. That's it's a slower type of weird one, but remember that on Max?
Oh, like I was really confused because I know the TV series. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But how would you test drive a series
You go into the first episode and
unless
see if
there's a
you like it.
car called Station 11? Is there a car called Station 11?
No, there was a station wagon.
Yes, Harry and the Hendersons. That's what I think about station wagons.
Okay. Fair enough. And Vacation, and
Yeah,
then
all the
the
Lapoons. Yeah,
the Way Back, which we
yeah.
just got. Yes, I'm so excited. Yeah. Anyway, want to see Moon Knight and Ghost Rider in either Doomsday or Secret Wars. Um, I would like to see Moon Knight again. I just think Oscar Isaac did a great job.
He did a great job. If they got oh my gosh, I don't know.
Cage.
The Cage would be great, but I don't think he'd be the right fit for the other Ghost Rider, the guy that plays in The Last of Us, who plays the brother of Joel.
Oh
He
yeah.
was, I think he was Ghost Rider in the Agents of Shield. Is that
Oh
right?
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
and he was phenomenal. I want to say I'm right, but
he would fit
that's
that
like me
tone
saying they
much
all
better.
look alike. Yeah,
Yeah, but he would fit the tone better than like.
yeah,
I mean, thinking of Moon Knight, you know what I mean. You
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
Nicolas Cage brings his own flair,
He does.
and yeah.
Which is why I'm really excited for Spider-Man Noir,
Mm,
because I've seen some of the stills and it looks fantastic, and that's him. And
yeah.
I think he's gonna rock at that. That's gonna be so good.
Have you seen him? Also, he's doing Madden.
Yeah,
He's John Madden. I mean,
yeah,
that's gonna be
yeah,
interesting because John Madden's like a larger than life character, also.
for
So I
sure.
think Cage is like an excellent choice for this.
Mm.
Jordan Peele, M. Night Shyamalan have films scheduled to release on the same day next year in October. Shyamalan's going to have to move because Jordan Peele, I think, at this point is the superior um, executor of stories.
It is Gabriel Luna. Sorry, I was checking.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would totally watch him as that.
yeah, that would be great. So Jordan Peele, M. Night Shyamalan, cool.
Yeah. Mode watching Long Way Home on Apple. Oh, the motorcycle travel documentary with Ewan McGregor, Charlie Boorman. Can't believe they've been doing these adventures for over 20 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the first 2 seasons.
Mm.
I never thought we were going to get another one, so this is like a nice treat. They're again feel good TV. That's what that is. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Good to know because that's when you know what I mean? Like when you you have something that you just.
Oh, have you not seen any of them?
I haven't. No.
Dude, you will love them. This is like me saying, start watching Shrinking. Watch
Okay.
it.
Watch these.
You will
Okay.
love it. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Recently following Caitlin Deaver's work, saw a very reviewing Unbelievable. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that I don't I remember the series, the limited series. I don't remember, like, I remember her in it. I think Merritt Weaver is in it also. Maybe even Toni Collette. But
Talking about our older reviews, it's quite sobering, and not even that old. Like a couple of years ago, I watched a couple of my reviews from a couple of years ago, and it's like, so I have improved since then, so that's good. I'm just like,
oh
okay.
yeah, dude. I w- I want to take some of them down.
You want to delete them? Yes,
I
they don't
do,
exist.
but that is a humbling experience. You know what I mean?
Really, really is. Yeah.
At no point am I ever going to be able to get too big for my britches, because anybody at any time can go, "Oh yeah, look
Yeah.
at
Remember,
this."
look at this one. This is where you said this, or couldn't even get to. This is not even a review. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, the first year, I'm not sure I actually reviewed anything. Oh my gosh, I'm surprised that anybody subscribed. When I look at those old ones, you're like, okay, well, but you got to start somewhere, right? You start, and then you ideally get better, hopefully.
I still make, like in my Murderbot review, I still made a couple of mistakes. Like, apparently it's not an Android, and people were like,
Well, what is he? I mean, that's
it was.
he's. I
The
mean, he
guy
kind
was
of.
so shirty. He was like, "It's not an Android." Like, I can't believe how quickly this review went wrong. I was like, okay, I hope you enjoyed 98% of the rest of the review.
Yeah, you must be a lot of fun at parties too. What the crap?
And I don't know what he is. So, like, it never really explains what he is. I know he's a little bit. He's almost like part machine, part man. But
Android.
yeah,
Right. I mean, isn't that what? Or is Android purely robot
maybe
with just fake
Android is
skin?
purely robot. Like, I should have called him a Terminator, really, because he's got
That's what he is.
living
Yeah.
skin over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Yes. But yeah, no, always room for
humbling.
improvement, but
Yeah.
very, very humbling. When I started reading it and we saw a very old review, I went, "Oh no."
Oh no. What's it gonna? It should didn't at least Amy didn't go, and you've gotten so much better, Chris.
I know. Because that's a very nice compliment,
Oh.
but it also it also lets you know you sucked before. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Absolutely, hands down. I know.
And I'm okay with that. Yeah.
I am. Yes, and the whole reason why they are still up, because for no other reason than myself to be able to go, wow, you you were bad, and so
You
you're
can
doing
have your
okay
own
now.
member berries to remind you that you were
Exactly.
you but it's also good because now you've improved. So yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I you hear sometimes where people they get a little too full of themselves. So, oh, that was a weird. I like had an extra syllable in there, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
they they their head gets a little too big by the. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Number of subscribers, whatever accolades that people say, that just the hype or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But you no, I can't do that. That's not me. I need to stay grounded. I need to remember, do
I think
that
that's
video.
what happens to some of the actors. They feel like worship that they're like some sort of TV actor god,
Yeah.
and then they do things that most normal people wouldn't. Yeah.
That's yep.
Too big for their britches.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am too big for my britches, but that's because I'm fat, not because it's not my hat. My hat fits fine, so my head isn't hasn't gotten too big yet. It's my waistline. Oh gosh. Well, thank you, Geostorm. Appreciate that. Unbelievable was unbelievable. Caitlin is she really is a good actor.
She really is a great actress. Yeah.
Yeah. I gave it 5 out of 5. Well, there you go. Okay, good. So I mean,
Hmm.
I remember it being spectacular. So
It
that's
was harrowing to watch. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm,
Mm,
dark.
yeah. Deaver in Justified was the first thing I saw her in as a teenager. Still might be her best performance that Power Plant's seen. Wow, I I haven't
I
seen
didn't know she was
Justified.
in Justified. The
Yeah,
Western company thing with, is it Duchamel?
I
Or
thought it
was
was
it?
Timothy Oliphant. They
It's
look
probably
they
Elephant.
look the same.
I'm always getting them
They
mixed
look
up.
they,
They look like they're twins, man.
yeah. No, it is Timothy Oliphant. Okay,
Mm,
he
okay.
plays a lot of
Yeah, he does. He's got a bit of a,
cowboyish.
yeah. Because he probably is.
Could be, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
but Walton Goggins is in this also.
Yeah. Goggins is
Hmm.
great. He's funny in it as well.
I've never watched an episode.
Mm.
Interesting. Hmm. Okay. Um. Oh, yep. Shocking. New start for DC. Please get Willem Dafoe for Joker. That has to be the biggest missed opportunity for villain character in DC history. I, I would like us to just get away from the Joker. I would
Yeah,
also
I
like us
agree.
to get away from the Penguin. Um,
Yeah, I agree.
I, I,
Normal
I,
Scarecrow. Just, there's a, you could literally do the Condiment Man, and it'd be more interesting.
yes, because what was his polka dot man, polka dot
Polka Dot,
guy,
really interesting.
dude, and talk about taking an obscure character with a terrible name
Hmm.
and then getting the actor first picking the right actor. David Dastmalchian was just
Yeah, yeah.
phenomenal in that, and then writing him so that you have that whole
Became a
persona.
true villain in the end. Like,
Well, but he had a hero moment too. You know
oh,
what I
true.
mean? Like
Yeah, true.
he, like you cared about him. He had he had depth to him. And not to say that Joker and Penguin and all them don't, but we've already seen them in
We've had them
everything.
so many times. Like, how many times can we see Batman's parents die? It's the same thing, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like, move on from that, please. Which is why
Why
I'm so
don't
happy about Superman, because it looks like Gunn has. He's like, we're not doing all that stuff again. We're gonna do different.
yeah. You know what? I would like to see a Batman, and everybody would just lose their mind. But we need a Batman story where his parents they don't die; they just abandon him and leave him some money because they don't like him. You know what I mean? Like they just
There are
disappear
so many
because they got
versions that they could do, like an alternate. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, no, I don't need it to be an alternate. I just want it to be just. I mean, you would shock the audience. I mean, everybody would be pissed, but you know.
Do the one where Batman kills his parents and he's the villain.
Ooh,
Yeah.
see, that would be good too. I would watch a dark
And he
Batman
wears
series.
his mother's pearls.
Wow, that's
Just wears them to bed, as
yeah,
He,
well. June Cleaver always wore pearls, so hey, you know it's
Mhm.
not weird.
It's only weird if you make it weird. Yeah.
Exactly. Deaver acted toe to toe against Ann Dowd. Oh, wow, she's a great actress too. Oh.
Mm.
If you have not seen, wait, let me make sure I'm because sometimes my yes, if you have not seen either Hereditary or Mass, um, she's phenomenal. So, Ann Dowd, that is not Caitlin Deaver. Caitlin Deaver is awesome too, but she's not in either of those movies. Cyborg is part man, part robot. Okay, not android,
Hmm.
cyborg. There we go.
So is that what Murderbot is? A cyborg?
Yes, because he's got
some human
fleshies,
parts, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rewatched The Handmaiden from 2016. Wow, 5 out of 5. Wow. I
was thinking Handmaid's Tale, but
no. This is is it Korean? I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
I don't know if I've seen this.
Can't say that I've seen it. Yeah.
8.1 though on IMDb, so a lot of people enjoy it.
Whoa.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, no, I haven't seen this. But okay. Cool.
Nice.
Oh, thank you. Yep. Yeah, we're both. Yeah. You know what? It's just a lot of fun. That's why we do this thing. Whether it's 20 subscribers. Well, I'd hope it'd be more than 20 subscribers, just because then we would, we wouldn't have all you in the chat. But, we're here for fun, and we love this. Ruben and I talk often off air about how much fun the chat is and how chatty you all are, which is that's not a backhanded thing. That's a very, very good thing. We appreciate that, because otherwise crickets suck.
Yeah. It'd be we would still probably do it because we love chatting about movies, but it would be way less. It's fun chatting to, everyone, getting their perspectives of like what they've watched, what's good, what's not, hearing everybody's wrong perspectives. Yeah, it's all good.
Guessing John Wick versus Tom Cruise are the front runner for Oscar Best Stunt. Well, see, and it's probably unfortunately, you know what? Because I don't think stunt is going to come in until 2027. Is that when it is?
Oh, is it a while? Yeah.
I thought I didn't think it was an immediate, which I thought was stupid. Why wouldn't you just?
Why not? Why does it need to take so many years to go in?
Yeah,
that's bonkers.
What do you
what
have
do you
to
need to set up?
Yeah.
Add more graphics.
Yeah, I don't.
Is that is that a stunt like?
And a new category. I mean, you in the voting thing. I mean, you're just adding a field with some choices.
How does that? That takes 3 years. Ugh.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. But oh no, wait a minute. AJ saying stunt design goes into effect 2028 for movies coming out in 2027. Good Lord, that's even worse.
Wow. Okay.
And
good job, Oscars. Good job.
Oscars goes to the stunt designer, not the actor.
So what about the actual stunt people that throw themselves off buildings, that are John Wick stunt double throwing themselves down the stairs? Yeah. They don't get any recognition. The whole reason we've been fighting for stunts is for the people that are actually doing it.
Not the person who says, okay, I want you to fall over here. I mean, that's fine, because that the choreography, sure, have your own little section for stunt design, but stunts, that's what
so we need multiple, like we have cinematography, sound editing, score. There need to be different Oscars then for the whole stunt choreography, everything.
And as bad as this is going to sound, I'm saying it for an equity reason. There should be a male category and a female category, because the women who put their lives on the line and do just as harrowing things would get, unfortunately, I think, overshadowed because more action films feature men than women. And
True.
So, it would just, I think, to not negate their contribution, you separate those out, and that way it gives them,
Yeah.
But
I always hear Scarlett Johansson, like, one of the things is whenever she's in a Marvel film, she's always bigging up her stunt doubles. It's like, because she can go and do the lines, but she doesn't do a lot of the actual stunts. She leaves it to the professionals, and we can see why.
Yeah,
it's crazy that they are not going to get the Oscars.
that makes me sick. That's okay. Well, good. If
Okay.
anybody who hasn't watched The Handmaiden missing big time, well, there we go. Cool. I need to see where it's. What did you watch it on? It's streaming on Prime in the U.S. Maybe more places, but
It's on the BFI player, which you
okay.
can also watch through Prime. It's just an add-on. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Cool.
Rundown. Who do we have winning in a fight? John Wick or the Transporter? John Wick. Yeah. If we were having a drive off, maybe Transporter, but what do you think, Ruben?
I don't know. I remember the first Transporter and the third one. The fighting sequences in that were fantastic. Jason Statham is a trained martial artist, but then
I believe
Baba
Keanu
Yaga.
Reeves is also.
Oh yeah, like since way before, like way back when.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to say Baba Yaga. Yeah, I think like as the character, if they were real characters, Transporter versus John Wick. I just think in that world, Wick wins. Yeah.
If for no other reason, he'd be more armed.
Yeah, I don't know that the Statham character in Transporter has bulletproof suits. So, yeah, that alone is spectacular science that actually works, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how far we've got. Maybe we do have Kevlar line suits.
Yeah, I don't know either. I
would love to know some science. Is there anybody in the comments that actually works in like special forces or has done and knows about like, you know, guns and protective gear that you get? Is any of that real?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
asking for a friend.
Well, I mean, you know, the armor plating that people wear, I mean, depending on how close you're shot, it will indent. You know what I mean?
It still bruises and it can still knock you out or kill you. It's just depending on how hard you hit. Yeah.
Yeah. So a suit which is
you know,
flimsy.
You know the explosions like grenades and stuff. If you don't get any of the shrapnel stuff, the vibrations give you internal hemorrhaging and bleeding. So even the vibration of the shockwave can kill you. So like, it's movies, right? Like it's just movie. You're mortal. My gran used to say, "You're mortal until you're not." And I'm like, yeah, that's a good way to live it.
That's a stupid. Yeah, that's very true.
I'm immortal, decapitated, not anymore.
Exactly. There can be only one.
Exactly.
They adapt the Batman who laughs. That would be interesting. Is he a really dark Batman? Is that what that is?
Is that what it's called? I thought it was called the laughing something. But yeah, such a dark ending. Again with Joker, but a nice twist on it. Very, very good. Yeah.
Stunt designer is involved in the stunts most of the time, like actually performing the stunts. Because I mean, okay, that at least that's better. But
I mean that's true. In my little bit of my being around stunt guys, Jerry Anser, who he was in Bourne Ultimatum. He's the main bad guy that fought Matt Damon, and they're jumping from window to window and they're fighting with the book and the toilet. He was choreographing a scene with Van Damme, and he was like the main guy fighting as well. So he did the choreograph and set up the scene and then performed the stunt as well. So I guess that could be true.
Okay. But I mean, it would open it up to so many other people, right? Because how many?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it would be nice. Yeah, I think there needs to be more than one, and male and female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batman with Predator would be nice.
There's a comic of that, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. Do they team up or they fight?
No, they're fighting each other. Yeah.
Oh, I want them to team up.
That would be great. Who would they fight? Aliens.
Everybody. Anybody. It doesn't really matter. They just go through and obliterate people.
Cool.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Park Chan-wook has no other choice coming out this year. After being unemployed for several years, a man devises a unique plan to secure a new job and eliminate his competition. Well,
Oh wow. I actually
that's
thought you were talking about the director there until I realized that was the synopsis for the film.
well, that's also the way you you get gigs. There's nobody else to direct. I'll do it.
Yeah. One guy left in the room.
Yep.
Guess I did.
Oh goodness. What are some of your one and done films? Films that are so herring good or bad that you only need to see them once. Um,
We've talked about this a few times, haven't we?
yeah, I mean, Mass is one of those. Even though I think I might go back to it at some point.
The only reason I'll go back to Mass is to show it to other people, like watch it with them.
Yes.
I don't think I could watch it by myself again, but I'd want other people to experience the misery that is Mass. I mean, it's a phenomenal movie, but it will haunt you. It's one of those for sure.
Yeah.
Borderlands. Don't think I need to say anything else about that movie.
That falls into the or bad category.
That falls into the can fuck off category.
Nice. Oh yeah, I'm sure there are several in there that I don't like it's hard like they don't instantly pop into my mind, but when I stop thinking about it, I'm sure they will. So later on when I shout out a movie title just out of the blue.
Well, no.
Yeah,
English patient?
Well, yeah, there is that. Yeah. Remains of the Day. Yeah. AJ said Schindler's List.
Oof. Yeah, I haven't watched that since, to be honest.
I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know the last time I watched it.
I don't know that I can. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been a really long time. Like also with Saving Private Ryan, as phenomenal of a film that is, that opening scene. I mean, for just
heavy,
the
man.
opening scene, but then subsequent after that, it's all.
Yeah. Ooh, The Pianist. Seen that once. Won't watch it again. So depressing. When he gets to eating his lip because he's that hungry, I'm like, yeah.
I haven't seen it, so
that's another Adrian Brody. You're in for a ride when Brody's doing a drama.
Yeah. Oh. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey will be the first movie to be shot entirely in an IMAX camera. Huh. That would interesting. Yeah. So not just portions, but the entire thing. That's gonna be. Right.
As long as I can understand what people are saying in the movie, I might watch it.
Gosh. Yeah. His sound design is just.
It's wonky, man. It is wonky.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's so unfortunate too because you go from movies like Interstellar where the score and the sound design are enhancing the dialogue.
Yeah.
But you can still hear the dialogue to then later films where you're like, I don't know what's going on.
Like, what are they saying? Because all I hear is and then someone's going
Saw the film Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans. Nick Cage is so much fun, isn't it? Have you seen it? I have not seen that movie.
I got a bunch of Nick Cage films in this last batch that I got because I'm working. It's gonna take me a couple of months, but I'm working on a. I watched every single Nick Cage movie. Here's what I learned.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So, but Bad Lieutenant it's a bad film, but he is crazy in it. It's great. It's Nick Cage. Yeah.
Okay. Depends on whether John Wick has the pencil with him or they're fighting naked in the beach. Pick John Wick with a weapon easily, but if they're both without any weapons, maybe transporter. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
John Wick would though find a like a.
I mean, John Wick would probably like rip out his own rib and use that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nolan's The Odyssey, Steven Spielberg's UFO film, Denise, Dune Messiah, Lord Miller's Project Hail Mary. I'm that one is going to be a tough to pull off. Um, Robert Eggers'
Mm.
Werewolf, Alejandro Inarritu's and Tom Cruise film all next year. Good Lord, that's outstanding.
Fun.
So
There's
that'll
some
be
big films coming out next year. Yeah.
and all unique too. All
Yeah. Those are
new
original.
things. Yeah,
Nice.
love it. How much do you think or how much do we think the Superman will make at the box office? Sorry,
At least
words.
£1.
I'm gonna go £12.
Okay.
So $15.
Cool.
One ticket.
Cool.
I don't know. I mean, hard to tell nowadays.
These days, it's like a movie, and I hate that people go, "Oh, this was a flop and it made 400 million," but that's because the film cost 300 million and then the marketing cost 200 million. I don't care. If you went and you saw it and enjoyed it, then that's what matters.
Yeah.
Box office, it's so subjective these days. The marketing can do a slip. The trailer can have like done too much so that people, like, word of mouth doesn't bring people back. I like the cynicism way. It gave us a little bit, apart from the second trailer. If you watch the first trailer, you went in and you went, yeah, cool. And then word of mouth with that film's gone. You need to watch this movie. That's how you get it. Remember the Matrix? What is the Matrix? Enter the Matrix code on the side of a bus. That's what I saw. I went in and I watched that film 4 times. Yeah. So I think there's so much that goes into box office that. And I don't know that we're in the days of billion films anymore because the industry has changed. You might get some that reach that, but I think the shifting of the whole what is cinema, where we really have to embrace the 10 to 12 million budget indie films and get creative with that money, because a lot of the streaming services will continue to put big movies straight to streaming because that's where they have money. That's how they do it. Apple are doing it. Fountain of Youth is coming out this week. That's a huge movie. A Krasinski,
Natalie
my
Portman.
friend, my friend called it a Nicolas Cage National Treasure knockoff. So yeah. And that's a huge movie with big titles, big budget, all going straight to streaming. Netflix has been doing this for ages. Amazon is doing so. Cinema has changed. So, like, money at the box office doesn't mean what it used to even a few years ago. COVID was a huge shift in that market. And since then, they've pivoted to continue being that way. How quickly do films now from cinema to streaming or VOD? It's weeks, if that. And that's how Ruben sees
it. Rundown's also rewatching all of the Mission Impossibles.
Nice.
We did that.
We did that.
And number 2.
All our reviews are on Patreon, except for one that will go up this week, just a couple of days before the new one comes out. So if you want to check that out, Patreon, £1. You can watch all of them.
Yeah. See, they're very well said, Ruben. Yep.
I speak good sometimes.
Oh, yep. See. We have reached the end of the comments for the moment. Oh no!
Wow.
We haven't. Look at that.
Oh no, we haven't.
Confident Predator Badlands will do well. Oh.
But is that going to the cinema or is that going straight to streaming?
That's going to be interesting. They're showing trailers in the cinema for it.
Okay, so it's probably going to cinema. I'll definitely watch that at the cinema.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think they're more willing to put it there for at least a little bit because of how well Prey did.
Yeah, not huge budgets, big enough.
Yeah.
Interesting individual IPs that don't need to lean on all the predecessors, does its own thing, but is in that universe. That was what we've been asking for. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Badlands. I think it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to Aliens Earth tentatively. I've been burnt by Aliens a lot recently. I mean, as much as I liked the new one,
Is that
I just
animated? Isn't there
no,
one that?
that's
Oh no.
an alien, from like Aliens with the chest
Oh,
bursters and
yeah,
facehuggers.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it's an FX series,
Okay.
and it'll be on Disney and Hulu and all that. Yeah,
Mm,
it's out pretty soon.
okay. Because there is also a Predator animated series, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's a bunch of stuff coming out. Whether, yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
It's hard to keep
Okay.
up with all of that. Yeah,
Definitely. Okay. Well, yeah. All right. Cool. Um.
dude, it's so humid in my house right now. It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
yeah. Me too. It's really hot in my office. It is almost 77 degrees in my office right now because I have all the lights on, and then the drape closed so that it keeps the sound out. And it is.
I mean, it's not even
stagnant in
hot.
here.
I'm feeling really humid. It's 42% humidity, so almost halfway, and it's only 19 degrees. Weird.
Uh, it's 19 here, also outside, which is actually
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Outside, but not inside. It's yeah. Predator Badlands, The Running Man are scheduled to release on the same day in November at the moment. Yeah,
Nice.
probably one is going to
Maybe
move.
they can market that like they did with
Barbie.
Barbenheimer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would
that
do something like that. That'd be great. Double.
that would be a good double feature. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So, um, okay.
Predator Man.
Yes, yes. Do you want to do our stuff
Oh,
like
yeah. Do you want to do your
movie plot thing?
movie plot explained poorly?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's do
Okay.
it.
An American invades a foreign land, kills local leadership, and then has no exit strategy.
An American invades foreign land, kills local leadership, and there's no exit strategy. This could be so many.
It's old. Let me give you that.
It's an old movie. Okay.
Yes.
Rambo?
Much, much, much older.
Older than Rambo? Rambo's like 79, dude.
Much, much,
holy hell.
much
Okay.
older.
No, I don't know. Is it black and white?
Part of it is.
Jeez.
There's also color when it at a point.
I don't know. I have no clue what this
There
is.
has been a couple of sequel-ish spin-off type things. There was a comedy like parody type done. There was just most recently a prequel musical.
No clue. Anybody? King Kong's a good guess.
King Kong is a good guess. No, but not King Kong.
I wouldn't really class him as an American, but all right. It's beauty that killed the beast. Can we have another clue? Oz. Who framed Oz? Who framed Roger Rabbit?
Who framed Oz?
I thought Who
That's
Framed
so-
Roger Rabbit, but then that didn't work. So
Oz,
And
like
that's not
the
old enough.
HBO series?
maybe.
No, that's much older than the HBO series Oz. But you're very, very close with that word. I mean, you are close with that. You're exactly with that.
Oz.
You just
So the Wizard, the Wizard of Oz, the Dorothy
yes,
kicking her heels.
yes.
Oh, so the power plant knew it. It was just playing.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it called? The Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
said
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I've seen that film one time,
It is a
many
horrifying
years
movie. I
ago,
don't enjoy it.
and I don't feel like watching it ever again.
Yeah.
I
no.
still haven't seen the musical, which I do want to do. The what's the name?
Wicked.
But yeah, but I mean, at this point, I can wait a few months and I can see
Yeah,
part
sure.
1 and 2 together,
Sure.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They better. Well, they won't do it for a press screening, which is going to be unfortunate. But I will just
A
watch
double bill.
part 1. Yes.
They'll do that for sure. I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be glorious. Yeah,
it is.
so
That
much
is gonna
fun.
be- yeah. So
Mm.
that will be. Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Do
Is
you have a question?
is
for
the
us?
lady that owes me a took in the comments?
Amy is not on the
No,
no,
sad.
not yet.
Okay. No, I don't have a question this week.
Okay.
So we can just. Do you have a question?
No, I don't. I have something that I'm really excited to
Oh,
share,
the
though.
story. You were gonna tell us a story.
Yeah, well, sort of a story. So I'm going to Miami. I fly out tomorrow for work.
Oh yes, we're gonna go meet you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I told you I had seen online that there was a capybara cafe in
Yes.
Florida where you could go and you have tea. I mean, they have like you went to a cat one, right? In
Yeah. In York. Yeah.
okay, yeah. So
Mm.
a similar thing where you just go and you have, they have tea and stuff, but they have capybaras in there that you can just pet and everything else. Well, that was like
Mhm.
3 hours away or something like that. That's not,
Yeah. That's.
I
mean,
can't do that.
yeah.
I mean, yes, I want to, but I can't. That's first off, I don't have the time to take 6 hours plus spending time like that. But
Yeah.
I happened upon, there is an animal park in Miami that offers animal encounters. So Monday afternoon, I have already booked and paid for. I am going to be playing with baby capybaras.
That's amazing.
I am so excited. I have told my family I might
I
be
bet they're
arrested
jealous.
because I'm
You're gonna
probably
take
going
one
to
home
try
with
and
you.
steal one. Yes. Just a little potato, oh
Oh
my
my
gosh. So ideally next week I will have some photos, maybe even
awesome.
a quick video or something because I want to see their ears go just how they
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm so
yeah,
jealous. That's awesome.
they have one. I mean, they have other encounters that you could do with an adult capybaras, with lemurs, with other things. And I was like, I was going back and forth between the adult capybaras and the babies, and I was like, no, I'm just going to do the babies because that seems like more fun and they're
Baby's
easier
always
to
the
run
best.
with.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome. You can run away. Yeah, you can pack one into a bag without too much
yeah,
hassle.
yeah, a giant, a desk-sized
Capa-
potato is not.
Yeah,
gonna be...
they're big. The
Yeah.
adult ones. Yeah, and that's gonna be heavy.
Yeah,
You'd need a wheelbarrow or something.
Exactly. Yeah, and
4x4 trank dart. It gets complicated.
Yeah, well, the trank dart would be for all the employees, so I could get out of there, but not because I think the capybara would just come with me. You know what I mean? I'll have
Just have
or
like a
something.
carrot or a lettuce. Yeah, and they're like, all right, I'm chill with it. Let's do it. Where are we going?
Go. Yeah. Oh goodness.
So
okay.
good.
So yeah. So that was my fun.
I think AJ has a question.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. Let me go back to the comments.
AJ literally says, got a question, but hasn't asked the question yet. AJ, what's your question?
Yes. Well, while we're waiting, Matrix 5 is confirmed. This time with new director. At least gives me hope that Samara Weaving is Trinity. She's the daughter of Hugo Weaving. Oh, interesting. That would be, huh?
I'm happy for a new director. I think new director, new team, different people within the Matrix world. Give us a story. Don't try and keep using them because that last one, I've literally since tried to go back and watch it, and we did, and I was like, oh, this starts off really good, starts off interesting, and then it dives just head first into its. This is the message, and it's just like, oh, and they don't even make it as good as the originals. like
Yeah.
the trilogy, the fighting sequences were subpar compared to those three. So
Mm.
blah 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 blah. Ruben moaning blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a horror movie as an adult that made you think about keeping the lights on at night?
You and me have one in mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Yep.
I'm curious what everybody else thinks before we
Yeah.
say ours.
Okay. Yeah.
Because there have been one or two others that I've watched that they gave me a creepy feeling. You know what I mean? Like while you're watching it, it's like, oh, that was actually that was done well. That was
Yeah.
that was
I mean,
unsettling.
Hereditary makes me feel really uncomfortable. Like, I don't like that movie, but
Oh
it's a good movie. But yeah.
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 I that is my favorite horror movie.
Yeah.
I
know it is.
Yeah.
That's the psychopath shirt is correct.
I'm a high functioning sociopath. Do your research. Let's see. Marianne. Oh, that was a good one.
That was creepy. Oh my gosh, good. Yeah. That was great.
Another Netflix one, Veronica.
Yeah.
Because I guess it's
Yeah.
based on true events. And that both of the good. It's been a little bit since I've watched the Netflix series Marianne, but I enjoyed that one.
Okay, so ours is
The Babadook.
The Babadook. Yeah. You know what it's like, Chris? It's on many streaming platforms, Netflix, Amazon, and whenever it comes up, we skip like as fast as we can because you know some of the when you stay for 2 seconds starts playing the movie, and we're like, no, get that out of here. No.
It is such a well-made movie too. I mean, it is.
Yeah, it is. It's a great movie. Yeah.
Yeah, not poo-pooing the story. It literally that is the only movie that has ever bothered my soul, and I.
Yeah.
Predators, Killers of Killer is the animated movie.
That's the animated. And that's out soon as well. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Do it.
Cool.
Do it like a tiger.
Oh, all right. Ruben, what you got? You want to talk about our best things?
Yeah, let's. Do you want to talk about Mission Impossible as we've both seen that?
Yes. Let's talk about that. Yes. You go first.
Okay. So I managed to. A friend of mine, John, invited me to go and watch this. I had requested a press ticket, and they sent it to me like the night before, and then John had secured me a ticket, so I had to go back to them and look like a pleb and say, sorry, please give it to someone else like a couple of hours before, which I don't know if anybody's going to be able to come to a press screening, arrange all that. Anyway, so I got there. They were fully building the atmosphere of the mission because the following night was the big London premiere press event for all the stars and everything. So they were building the big stage that they do in Leicester Square. So the hype was real. Got there, got into the IMAX screening, sitting in the back, met a couple of really interesting people. Sorry, I'm setting the whole vibe. It was full, like all the press people. It was a multimedia screening, so it was all sorts of not just press, but people like the guy that was sitting next to me. He is the manager for an indie cinema, and so they'd like invited him. So he was cool. The elderly couple just in front of us, they're in charge of a fleet of ferries that show screenings on ferries, and I was just like, this is so cool. It's just so random. Of like, oh yeah, okay, cool. So they're going to have the film for a little bit. So that's who they show it to. So we're in it with like a very mixed bunch of people, and I would say for 98% of it, the film hit like it should do. There was once again clapping at the end of it. There was like a little bit of whooping or oh no's at the correct moments in this film. the biggest detriment I have to this film is that it's very nostalgic to it's like, hey, do you remember when? And then 10 minutes later, it's just about finishing up. Do you remember when? And it does this multiple times throughout the movie to try and catch you up on certain events. It spews exposition many times. And that because the film is so entertaining and our characters are so well ingrained in us, the audience, we know them so well. The people that are delivering this, it makes it entertaining to watch. But even while I was watching, as a press person, as a person who loves this franchise, I was thinking, good Lord, this is, what's the word? This is almost bordering on pretentious. Like, yeah, remember, this is so great. Look at how cool we are. Remember all this that we went through? And like, yeah, I do. I just watched it. I remembered. Like, it's not that long ago. It is capturing the heart of 30 years, though. And that's how long, like, so I understand what they were trying to do, but they also do a thing, like, and I don't think it's needed. They do a thing. They like try and make you care for a character or two that we don't really care about. They like bring a person in to wrap up a story that wasn't ever needed. As much as I'd like that actor and that character, like I wasn't. It was a question that I didn't ever need answered. That makes sense. So there's this whole thing with, one of the first Mission Impossible movies, you see it in the trailer, the knife, there's a whole story that kind of wraps up that story. And I'm like, did we need that? It's so weird because we have two major action sequences that are long, 30 minutes apiece, and they're spectacular. And they're worth going to the movie alone for, like seriously good cinema. But around that, there's an hour and 45 minutes of spew exposition.
I liked the wrap up of, or the inclusion of that story that you're referencing, because it it while it could feel shoehorned in, it also felt like, you know what, this fits. And this doesn't feel so much, you know what I mean? Like, I was okay with that part of it. Um the opening scene was not a way to begin. Wow. As I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh no. You know what I mean? Like, I have been tempering my expectations. So it's not that I
Yeah.
had like I was hoping it would be awesome, but I mean, when we start out, the exposition dump combined with all of the flashbacks. Holy jeez. The, and we don't even know if this is like the last movie in the thing, or if this is Tom Cruise's last foray as Ethan Hunt. None
Yeah,
of that has been talked about,
it doesn't feel like a final thing. It's like they are wrapping up the entity. Yeah,
Yes.
it's weird. That whole ending sequence as well, man. It just
there was no. I mean, think of,
there's literally a joke that I want to say in relation. Doctor, and doctor.
Yeah, doctor.
That's the ending.
Yeah, what the crap? Yeah,
Doctor. Sorry.
So I mean, once we get past the title sequence, we have very little. I mean, there's not a whole lot of those flashback moments, even though there are some, because it's like, really, I'm not sure we needed that to that degree every single time something references something in the past. The exposition dumps that happen outside of that opening sequence were ridiculous. What in the like?
Huge.
You have
Huge
done.
amounts.
You have 7 movies before you that, let's call 6, because let's not talk about number 2. 6 movies that have used exposition dumps, but told them visually as well. We get the setups of, here is what is going on with our scheme, our plan, whatever that's going to be, or this is what's happening. And so you're seeing, this background detail playing out in front of you. Now, sometimes that then we've jumped forward in the story because they've told us what they're going to do while showing us what they're doing. Other times they fall upon a mishap that happens within there, and then what we see play out is different. Cool. Okay. We already know the plan, so they don't have to repeat it. They just do the action now. This, though, several times it's just a character talking to us and the camera moving around the room, looking at the different emotions. I mean, there's one scene in particular where you have a whole lot of important people in there, and the camera just wants to get all up and personal with people. And I don't know why that was, because most of these characters, first off, we've not seen before.
Yeah.
And they're not that important. I mean,
yeah,
sure,
they're introducing a bunch of people and wasting time on it. That, like, I liked them. Like, I liked them as characters, but they're not the core team. There was
no. And I understand you need some tension. Well, you're already going to get that from what's going on. The one time that we had an exposition dump that I thought was brilliant was where you have a couple of people telling the same story from different perspectives with action all wrapped up into one. And so you're bouncing between, and they're finishing each other's sentences, even though they're not in the same locations. And that worked. That was like that. Why didn't you do this for other things or something similar to that? Why didn't you utilize a better way of telling that? Okay. The stunts. Dude.
Okay, so that was all our negative stuff. Let's talk about the good stuff.
Yes. I was, breathless at the stunt sequences. They're almost wordless, which is outstanding because it's then just the actions, the ambient, natural sounds, the character sounds that you make, you know what I mean? And then the score combined with the way that these were filmed. Now, one of them, it became less impressive once you see the behind the scenes types of things.
Okay.
Because it's not as dire as the movie makes it feel, and it was immersive. I mean, so while I was watching this, I was like, holy shit. This is, I think they're doing their best to kill Tom Cruise. This is what we're doing. This is,
Also, beautiful.
Yes.
Like, I was so surprised. I was holding my breath, but I was also going, that's stunning. Holy crap.
The fact that you can see his face and his expressions also, that it, especially given the second stunt performance. I mean, it's so good there, I mean, the fact that we are there, like, with the character, there are wide shots, so we get the scope of something happening. We get to see, like, the grandeur of what it is. But we also are there close enough to see the beating, the physical toll that Tom Cruise is undergoing for our enjoyment. And it was, both times you're like,
there's so many times I was just like, I went through different stages of holding my breath. It was like, and then, oh no. And my friend who had already seen it just kept giggling and watching my reactions at like moments like those, because they're priceless, aren't they? Because that's exactly the reactions you want to. So I'm not mad at this film. I actually really enjoyed it, and I do really want to see it again. I do want to talk about the score. It wasn't done by Lorne Balfe this time.
I was surprised.
It's done by a couple of composers who are the proteges, I want to say, like, of Jerry Bruckheimer. I can't remember exactly who John said, but they're like really, really good. And I loved the score in this one. I thought it managed to capture those themes of what it is, but also do its own thing. And I thought, like, sometimes it's really funky, really heightening those moments that were like, this is the bit, the crescendo when we go big, and Tom Cruise is definitely going to die again. Those kind of moments. I thought the stunning, like the stunning stunts, like was so beautiful. I think I mentioned to you, there's an ice sequence with Tom Cruise.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was just so like, as much as it is tense, it is beauty in equal measures.
That one's shown in the teaser too. So
Okay, yeah.
where he's
And I was just like, man. So I was disappointed. I think personally, I was disappointed because in the trailer we see the two main action points. We see the plane, we see the submarine, and that's the movie. Like there isn't many. There's maybe small moments of other action sequences, a hand-to-hand combat thing that was fun. But apart from that, it is just character interaction. It's like they were like, oh, we really got to wrap this all up, and then forgot to actually do more in the world that we love, which is I found a little bit disappointing. So
yeah. I also got to say, I was not a fan of the resolution of a certain part. Like,
oh, anticlimax for sure. They'd been building up. They'd even hinted at a way of an ending. I just felt like the end of a balloon. Okay, this is a good example. It's blowing out air. It's really tight and it's going. That's the momentum. When you get to that last bit and it goes. Yeah, that's what it felt like. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I would see it again. I enjoyed seeing it in IMAX. I mean, seeing the stunts on that big screen just really, I mean, dumbfounded as I'm watching. Um, the negative, I think, for watching all of the other ones in order and recently is that you get to see how this is not a strong finish.
Yeah. Because
even
we've
as a
just seen Dead Reckoning, we've just seen Fallout, we've just seen Rogue One, Nation. Yeah, Rogue One. Yeah. They are excellent in comparison. Like those are top tier mission movies.
Yeah.
And
so,
as a bad guy, sorry, but doesn't even come close to the rest of the bad guys.
No, Philip Seymour Hoffman is outstanding. Well, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not. I mean, Gabriel's not in this as much as you would think he would be.
No, it was weird. The whole writing was setting him up in the first movie to be the big bad, and then again was like, meh. Oh yeah, you remember? Yeah, we're not gonna go with that this time. Sorry.
Like, and I thought we were gonna get more explanation with the beginning of Ethan Hunt.
Yeah. Yeah, they keep hinting it. Yeah, so
it's fun for a Mission Impossible movie. It's really long, and it feels longer because of the exposition dumps.
Yeah.
But those stunt scenes are
worth watching.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Can we talk about something I really enjoyed though? Like didn't have any issue with. Yeah. Love, Death and Robots season 4 or volume 4. There's 10 episodes. Again, there is 6 minutes to 15 minutes depending on the episode. And once again, everybody's going to have their favorites because it's so eclectic. Whatever theme it is that you resonate with, or wherever you are in your walk of life, there's going to be individual episodes that. Did you manage to watch any of them yet?
I watched them all.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. I loved the music video with the puppets with
the Chili Peppers.
Chili Peppers. Thought it was really
unsettling.
creative.
Yeah, it was. It was really.
I know it's weird,
well.
right?
Yeah.
My favorite. I have 3 that I thought were really strong. The 2 cat ones. Both the cat ones, I think they nailed the whole aesthetics of, cats wanting to take over. If they had opposable thumbs, they would totally rule the world. And then the one where
Oh,
the
the
cat is
last one.
protecting the poet
Yeah.
from Satan. That was brilliant. I thought it was so much fun. And then I really loved the lady that's on a revenge quest.
Spider
No,
Rose.
that's not the one. I thought that was fine. No, the one in the plane that they're really unique animation.
How Zeke got
the
religion.
World War II. Yes, how
Yeah.
Zeke got religion. I thought that was outstanding. But I can see by your face you didn't
I was
vibe with it as much.
underwhelmed with this season.
Hmm.
The animation I appreciated and I liked.
Mhm.
Okay, I did. Each of them were creatively done, so I liked that. Close Encounters of the Mini Kind, how it was done as a tilt shift, was great. Yeah, exactly. That was funny.
Did you see that one scene in the mini pod? I think you can blink and miss it, but it's like the guy's about to have sex with a cow. Did you?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
I was like, what the?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
sorry.
so they can put all kinds of stuff in there because it's so small and fast moving.
Yeah, I was like, holy hell. Okay.
Yeah. I think I probably actually my favorite one was the Screaming of the Tyrannosaur, where it's the dinosaur race.
Okay, like Gladiator meets Cannonball Run.
Yeah. The
Hunger Games.
The latter parts of them had more story to them. Like they felt like more contained story. But I mean, let's go here. Like Golgotha. That capture was holy gee, that was scary because Rhys Darby looked like himself. I mean, that was uncomfortable. And
no, that was live action. I thought it was live action with CGI.
No, I'm pretty sure the whole thing was mocap.
No. Okay, that's blown my mind.
I could be wrong. But that's what I thought it was. And because I was like, what in the
if that's true, holy frick, dude.
Seriously, right? I don't think it was a good episode, but because of story, but it made me laugh because of it was so short, so quick, and so just like on point was the Smart Appliances Stupid Owners.
Yeah, that was like my lowest one because of the story, but again was accurate to what we feel like appliances go through if they were AI, I guess.
Yeah. I was just kind of underwhelmed by the whole thing. I mean, the first one with the cat, I really like. I thought that was funny. Because especially once we learn his name.
Yes, so good.
But
it's perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
I'm glad you really enjoyed it.
I did. Yeah.
I think for me, season. I'm looking through them now just to make sure if that's the one. Season 3, I think was my absolute favorite season. Not to say that the other seasons didn't have interesting, or great stuff in there. I still appreciate all of the different animation styles and everything. A lot of these felt like intros to stories rather than how some of them in the past have been intros to stories. They've only been like here's just the beginning of something. Okay, cool. But a lot of the other times they've told a complete story in 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And I just didn't feel
I thought
a lot
how Zeke got religion was a really good contained story.
Yes, I agree.
And the animation style was so nostalgic to stuff like Akira. Really great.
Yes.
Lots of grossness. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Ugh.
So, what else what's on the best thing you watched? Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I actually do. Yeah.
Okay.
I watched Murderbot. Haven't even done
Yay!
a
You
review
haven't
on
done
it
your
yet.
review for it yet, yeah.
No. Alexander Skarsgård as a cyborg, not an android, cyborg, uh, fleshy robot. Perfect. Being inside his head was amazing.
Yeah.
Because the deadpan delivery that he gives adds a very, very dark layer of humor to a lot of
Yes.
things.
Yeah.
And you need that, right? Because you have these
Hmm.
other characters, especially with him. I mean, the whole premise just is he's an old security unit robot. They have many more upgraded
Upgrades,
versions
much
now.
better versions, yeah.
Yeah, but more expensive. And
Hmm.
anytime all of these colonists go anywhere to get insurance, they have to have a security unit with them or
Mm.
multiple just to keep them
Yeah.
protected. Otherwise, they're not going to get insurance. Well, you have this group of pacifists. They're basically like, well, he calls them hippies. So, and that's, I mean, that's a
Yeah.
good
Let's
visual.
let's talk about this, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yes. Oh, now
Shoot
sweet,
me.
bitter, sweet.
Mm.
Um, so you have all these, and he calls them hippies, which is the perfect thing to just visualize a group of people, and get an instant idea of who they are. They're great. I loved the team together. Um,
Yeah.
but so they are, they're pacifists. They don't even believe they need a robot. And then you have this old one who's also gone a little bit rogue, or a lot rogue. Um, and his hearing them talking about them in his mind, hilarious, just
So
awesomely
funny.
done.
Yeah.
I I loved it all the way through. His stuff. I love the storyline. I love the tension that is created in these episodes. I mean, there's actually like emotional buildup
Yeah, there
and
is. It's good
heightened
there's
suspense.
good character building from both sides, from the hippies and from
Yes.
Motorbot.
Yes.
Um, can we just start a petition to have the show within the show as a real show? Because I want it. I need it in my life. It needs to be real. It's like Galaxy Quest, but on speed, or some hallucinate, like acid dream of Galaxy Quest. I loved every moment I watched of that.
And the cast that they get, they understand the assignment
Yes,
perfectly.
yes. I just John Chow, what's his face?
Clark Gregg,
Clark.
Jack.
Oh, there's so many that
Oh,
he's brilliant as well.
yeah,
O'Connell? Not O'Connell.
no,
What's his name? He's great.
he yeah
Uh,
he's Fix-It Felix. He's
yes,
oh gosh, I'm like it's killing me now.
but I didn't expect them because I'd heard that there was like this show that
Jack
Murderbot loves.
McBrayer.
And that's it. I didn't expect them to do like whole set designs and action sequences and like for the show. We get to watch it, and it just added just a whole layer of this is awesome. So we need to talk about the elephant in the room, though.
Good God. So they dropped 2 episodes at the beginning, which is enough to get you hooked.
Mhm.
And then they're doing weekly releases. I would like you to know that on my screener version, okay, my screener, which has like 30 to 45 seconds of black warning type of thing about just the legal crap that they put on for us screeners.
Yeah,
And then you have the
the
1 to
recap.
1.5 minute um, intro, and then the credits. One episode with my runtime was 22 minutes. So that
Yeah,
meant there was actually probably about 16 minutes of show for
yeah,
1 week.
yeah. It's ridiculous. I never before have I gone like it reminds me of Disney, but worse because they're shorter.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
like what?
remember when we watched that Billy Crystal one?
Yeah,
He was on Apple also, and it was the same type of thing where it's an excellent show. And each of the episodes are riveting and just immersive, but they're also really short. So we had the luxury to binge it all at once.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only way I would watch this. Could you imagine going back
I this is going to be detriment to the show because I think people will catch on quickly and they'll wait, and then Apple will be like, oh, nobody's enjoying this. No, they're just waiting to watch a bunch of episodes so they can watch one full episode for an hour's length of like a HBO show. That would be like 5 of these episodes. It's ridiculous. Because it's so good, and I want to have all 7 books made in 2 seasons.
Yeah, the storytelling is excellent. I mean, it takes us on a really, really great character arc. Actually, character arcs. I mean, there's so many things packed into this that are deep and emotional and relevant and everything. And they're going to shoot themselves in the foot by giving you 16 minutes of episode per week.
Yeah, and then really, even this season, they've just started touching on some of that stuff. We don't know too much about the people. Not that that's the show. The show is about him and his past, and I'm sure that's going to build into it. So, like, this is really the stepping stone into a much larger, darker universe, or so I'm told. But my gosh, I hope this doesn't kill the show.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
Do you want to talk about Bloodlines?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if that wasn't the best thing you watched this week.
It is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we went Thursday night, like a 10 o'clock or 9:30 showing, something like that. I am really impressed by this. It's a different story and a different presentation than how we're used to. That's not a negative. I thought that was unique, and I thought it was great. They do something for one character in particular that I really appreciated, especially given what happens to that person in real life. It was just sweet. The visuals I thought are fun. The kills are different, and some of the setups are just like the violence and the gore is spectacular. I mean, there's my favorite kill up until this point has been in number 5, the gymnast scene, because of how abruptly violent it is.
It's so violent.
I mean, we rewatched it this week because the kids hadn't seen it, and we had been watching we watched them all in order, and just to prepare for this, and they hadn't seen it, and everybody was like, oh, when that happens. In this movie, in Bloodlines, I laughed out loud at every single kill. I was like, oh, just what the crap. I think it has a small pacing issue that some of the others don't have, but that's because we get more character development in these. In this movie, there are reasons to care about the people we see, and the way that the story plays out. So it feels like there's more of a downtime in it, or like, you know what I mean? There's like these lulls between kills, and there are, but it's because it's also enhancing some of the character qualities, but they also do like kill, 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 and then pause, and then kill, 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 and there's a kill in this one that rivals the gymnast. I was able to more predict what was going to happen in this one than I was with the gymnast, but that doesn't take away from the brutality that we watch, because there are some things where they hint at it, because um you get to see clothing react, and a couple of times the clothing reacts and I'm like, no, that shouldn't have been pierced anyway, but still. um this was a lot of fun. It really was. It was um it wraps up really well also. Like it feels like they don't have to continue if they don't want to,
No, they could continue, but with a different set. This feels like a really nice contained box set to own.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because the 5 does a really good job of circularity for the series, and we thought, oh, okay, well, okay, we're done, we're good. But this one, allows you to play into that some, still living off of that lore, but being its own story. And I got to say, the first disaster that we see is wonderful.
It's spectacular. Yeah.
It is so long. And even though some of the ways that things are going to happen, which, you know what, that's not a negative, because we know that in all of these movies, right? The whole, the truck with the logs on it, the roller coaster, and different things like that. They give us all of these hints and these setups. Okay, we're still here for the deaths. That's what we want. That's what we want to see. And this brings it, and it does it in some, like, oh, that was.
There's a kid that dies that I'm really glad that dies.
He needed to go faster, though. Holy jeez.
I agree.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever cheered so loudly. At least like,
exactly. Oh,
I'm so glad you enjoyed this. Like, when I was talking about it last week, I was I was so surprised at how good this was. That didn't, again, one of those films that like has no right being as good as it is.
I think, especially because I've watched them all fairly recently, like, 1 does a really good job of storytelling also. I mean, you can feel the age of it, but it does, it sets things up. And so you do care about some of those characters. This one, though, I like, and all of the rest of them, you pretty much, who cares? Whatever. You know what I mean? I just want to watch people die. I don't even like you. Good. Okay, perfect. You should go first then, But this one I did care about, and there's surprises.
I was like, don't do that. Let me try and help you.
There's a couple of twists in there too that they put in, and you're like,
yep.
So yeah, go see this one. This was great. And you need to see it before you get it spoiled, because while that people are going to die.
Not to spoil.
Yeah. But you don't want to see the kills. That's the thing. That's why I didn't see any of the trailers, because I didn't want to know any of those setups.
The great thing about the trailers, even though you do see one, that thing is, it's like a misdirection. So it is really great. Yeah. Nice.
Should we
go back to the comments?
Yes, we have 51 comments waiting for us unread.
Holy crap. Okay.
So
everybody,
thank you for your patience. Things are going to be out of context. I know. I'm still scrolling to find out where we were.
Okay, cool.
Let's see here.
Go, Chris. Go.
Oh, I thought I starred one so that I would know where it was at. Pooh. Okay, let's see here. The first Hellraiser.
Okay, so going way back to what AJ's question about what movies as an adult freaked you out, did you have to keep the lights on?
Yes, that was a good one.
I would say second Hellraiser.
For story-wise, I think second Hellraiser is better. But still, yeah.
That box.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw it away. It's like the Annabelle doll.
Yeah, you just stop playing with it. Don't even no. Hype for the Marvel TV Vision Quest next year. Um,
Mm.
I don't even know what this is.
Yeah, there's
Old.
a series with Vision coming.
Oh, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it
And I'm
live
guessing it
action?
has something to. I think
Okay.
I I agree. I think Ultron is a really underrated villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because of what's his face. He does such a good job
Oh, James
voicing the
Spader.
character, James Spader. Like that bit when he goes, "I got no strings," and he's like humming. He's like demented, but also genius. Loved it. It was really clever.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh. Amy's done with the Matrix series, but happy that we're getting Constantine too.
Me too. Yeah, I love. That's like a yearly watch for me. Constantine. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, Lake Mungo. Yes.
I've never seen that.
Yes. You haven't? I like
No,
it.
but I've seen Chris Stuckman's like reviewing it, and I was like, oh,
Oh,
interesting. Okay.
yeah. Um, Poughkeepsie tapes also I enjoyed. It was messed up. Another found footage type of thing. And Frogman, if you want a good found footage horror, right, Ruben?
No. No, 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 no. Nope.
Crochet Wild, listen, you got to watch Hereditary. It is.
I mean,
No,
it's
no.
great. It's gonna creep you out.
Oh, yeah, no, it's supposed to, and it is so dark, but it is so good. I mean,
I think I think it's too dark for me. I think that's what it is. It's just relentless.
oh, okay. Well, Crochet Wild listen like scary, not gross. Well, this is not necessarily very gross. There are a couple of gross
Yeah, no,
moments, but
there's I would second that. Yeah. Like it only has a couple of gore moments, but it's scary. It is. It's proper scary. Yeah.
and the more you watch it, the more you pick up on little things, and it
Hmm.
is. And you need to
Yeah.
watch it in the dark because there are dark things in dark places in certain aspects of it. This is the movie where my oldest and I went on opening night and saw it, and everybody freaked out at different moments once they visualized what was happening. Then we went like 2 days later and saw it again, and a lady down in front of us was like, "Oh fuck no!"
I know exactly the moment that is as well. And that was my reaction to that. And I think my wife was like, yep, no, this is too scary for me.
It's kind of like that moment in
Oh my gosh.
the what Deborah why did it just leave my mind?
The anatomy. No,
The
the
Possession of
not that one.
Deborah. Yeah, no, that one's a great one too.
Oh, okay, okay.
The Autopsy of Jane Doe, but no,
Obsession.
the
Yeah.
other one. Um, crap.
Possession of Deborah Morgan.
Yes.
No, I just made that up. Yeah.
Oh well, it's something like that.
Deborah Morgan's Dexter's sister, and they got married in real life.
Okay.
That story.
Yeah. Crap, I can't remember what it is now.
Indeedy, you eat
The
it.
Taking of Deborah
The
Logan.
Taking of Phelim 123.
Yeah, The Taking of Deborah Logan. Thank you,
Okay.
Power Plant. Yeah, that is. There's a scene where Ruben and his wife had not seen this, and I was like, "Okay, text me when you." Well, I'll know you're gonna see it because I'm gonna get a text, and I got a text like, "What the fuck?"
I'm trying to remember this one now.
This is the one.
Oh my gosh, that woman. No. That was such a creepy film. Good lord. Yeah.
But Hereditary
Wow.
has it is when you sit with it and you pick up on all of the things, which I didn't get all of it the first time. Because there's so much that goes in and so much like foreshadowing and letting you know of different it really informs you of what's going on.
Mm.
And this is a different type of horror. It is a thinking horror versus a um slasher type of thing or anything like that. And so it's
Mm. It's a
which is
disturbing horror.
oh yes, it is. Well, and this is the one that made me re-examine how I watched horror, also, because I went
Interesting.
back to other films that I didn't like necessarily,
Mm,
and to watch them in a different view. And while I still am not overwhelmed by The Witch,
mm.
I appreciated it more the
Okay.
next couple times I watched it. Um,
I made you
so,
watch Eden Lake. That
oh,
for a long while was one that I couldn't go to
that's
sleep with it because it's very real. Like that could totally be accurate. Those are type of people I've met them, and that I could totally believe there are people like that. That's what makes like everybody talks about that in the UK as like one of the horrors that people like that was so creepy because it resonated. It just felt so real. So if you want another one, it's fairly gross in places, but it's mostly just once it starts being tense, it's relentless.
that is dark too. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And you think there's like these moments where you think there's like a way out,
Hmm.
and then it goes, oh, but this, and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. Yes, the new MI7's a little convoluted. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah. It is. The stunts are fun though. So there you go. Yeah.
yeah.
AJ, I wouldn't blame you for skipping it, but you do love it. Final Reckoning runtime was over too long. Yeah, it was almost 2 hours or 3 hours. It was like 2 hours and
Almost 3 hours.
49 minutes.
Yeah, it's the
Final
longest
Reckoning.
one of all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't need to be that long at all. Yeah.
What's funny though is Dead Reckoning is only 11 minutes shorter than this one, and it didn't feel that.
No, it did not. That because it had that constant forward momentum.
Yep,
This one
the
kept
difference.
stopping.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
long
Hmm.
times.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like Mungo, Shutter. Let's see. Oh, Gonjiam. That was a great one. Remember we just watched
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
Pulse. I haven't seen Pulse.
I like Pulse. Pulse is good.
Have I
Yeah.
seen Pulse? I say I haven't seen it. I don't know.
I don't know if you've seen Pulse.
Um,
Have you got a Pulse?
oh, well, it's the 2025 Netflix series.
What? Maybe I
You
haven't seen
liked
Pulse.
that. Mhm. You
Oh,
liked
good
that.
lord! No,
I was
that's
like,
not the. That's
I,
it's not that one. Oh.
no, two groups of people discover evidence that suggests spirits might be trying to invade the human world through the internet. Interesting. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
check
actually
that
think you'll
out.
like this one if you haven't seen it.
I have not seen it. Do
Koyoshi
you know what?
Kurosawa. It's pretty creative, dude.
You know what movie I want to watch again that I don't want to watch again?
What?
Incantation, because that's another movie that we've seen once. And do
What
you
was
remember
that
that
again?
movie? That's the
I'm
one
looking.
where you're
Is
not
it
supposed to
Korean?
chant the chant, but because they
Oh,
do it so you find yourself chanting the chant along with them, and then you're like,
yeah.
"Damn it, I
Oh,
said it
I.
out
That
loud."
was good. That was good. Yeah, that was so creepy. That was a good film. But
Yeah, it was.
oh, I remember the whole like religious stuff and that. That
Yep.
was clever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because even
Yeah.
when you didn't want to chant, it was playing in
It's
your
in your
head,
head.
and you're
You're
like,
kind of oh, and you're like, nope, nope, nope. Why am I doing that? It's like singing the
"Stop."
Jaws theme tune when you're in the ocean. You know,
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
you're singing your
Crochet.
own
Well,
demise.
exactly. Exactly. You'll definitely have to let us know what you think of some of these once you see them. That'll be fun to hear.
Mm,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. If you watch them in the daytime, nobody's gonna judge. True.
I agree.
uh, let's see. Michael Go. Confused. The thumbnail is season 4. Love, Death, and Robots. Have they talked about? We did talk about Love, Death, and Robots. Yes, at the 2
Also,
hour
the
mark. I'm
thumbnail
not sure.
has two other pictures in it on mine. It's not just Love, Death, and Robots. It's Mission Impossible, Love, Death, and Robots, and something else
Yeah,
that I can't
probably
remember.
right around right when you got there. Right, maybe
Yeah,
right after, right before. It,
yeah.
just judging by the time codes and stuff. But uh, do like monster movies, even bad ones. Ruben and I we were talking about last week Monster Squad, and we haven't watched it yet, but
I'm a big sucker for monster movies, though. Like especially if they're bad, love it.
yeah.
If it knows it's bad and it's a monster movie, sign me up. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. Still never seen a stunt as good as the plane to plane skydiving cliffhanger. They did.
That was cool, wasn't it? I don't know how they did that. Wait, wasn't that Bond? In Bond, he dives off and then he catches the diving plane and then writes it. And then I think that was GoldenEye.
Huh, I only
All I remember from Cliffhanger is the glove
beginning
slipping.
scene. Yeah, the
Yeah.
opening scene, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And wasn't John Lithgow the bad guy in that one?
I think so. John Lithgow's a great bad guy. Yeah.
He is. I want to say though, I have not seen Cliffhanger since I saw it opening night in the theater.
It's actually good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it then. I don't remember seeing.
I mean,
it
it's
afterwards.
Stallone in his prime, so
Yeah, yeah. Because he was doing what Judge Dredd and
yeah, he was doing all the big
Demolition
movies
Day
then.
and-
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, not Day. I don't know what
But-
Demolition Day is.
It's after you use.
It's the sequel?
Shells.
After you eat the rat burger, you say things like,
Well, everything's Taco Bell now, so there.
yeah, true.
Oh, hey, happy Saturday, Chris. We're glad you're here. If it doesn't say Micro Machines, it's not the real thing. Yes.
Nice. Did you as a kid like have micro machines? Or did your kids have micro machines?
No, my kids didn't. I was a little older, so my younger brother, well, my only brother, my brother had them, and I would play with some of them or just line them all up. I mean, I was very intrigued by some of them, like the planes and certain things. Was
Yeah,
just
tiny, just cool. Yeah.
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 So, but from what AJ's been hearing, other than the exposition, going to enjoy Final Reckoning. Other than the stunts, is their great vehicle chase?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Well, I mean, unless you count the last stunt as a vehicle chase, but I mean, other than that, no.
There's no car chase sequence. No.
Yeah.
None of that.
Yeah, the Rome car chase scene in Dead Reckoning. There are so many different reasons to love that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have Haley Atwell running into everything.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise's visual facial reactions.
These reactions
to seeing everything that she's demolishing.
I love every moment in that scene. Like when they roll and they end up in the opposite seats, and the confusion on their faces is just gold. Yeah.
Palm Clementif, like that unhinged laughter as she just plows through things.
Oh, she got this beast of a car, like a Humvee 4x4, like a bigger Humvee, and it's just like, yeah.
And she's laughing the whole time.
Her glee when she goes through all the mopeds is just wonderful. She's great in this, actually, the new one.
She is.
She...
Like you. Go for it. No.
No, no, never mind. I'm gonna keep quiet. No.
Okay. I did like her in this too, though. Yes.
Yeah.
The tiny car one. Yes, it is a tiny car one.
Is that talking about Love, Death, and Robots?
No, that's about either Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning or Micro Machines. So yes to both.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, the little Fiat, the yellow one. Yeah, the electric.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was so funny when he's doing that, and you're thinking it's going to be like a wicked sports car. You know, they're in Italy, and it's this tiny little thing that seems to have like a souped up engine or something. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was an electric motor, because then it's instant power. Yeah,
super like cool.
Oh, hey Sal. Excuse me.
Hey Sal,
how are you? Just completed Andor season 2. Excellent last 3 episodes. You enjoyed Love, Sex, and Robots, Volume 4, the miniature episode. Yeah. And then excited for Murderbot. Outstanding.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm sniffing. For some reason, the pollen is just getting me now.
Oh. I was watching, as I was doom scrolling last night through TikTok. Bless you.
Mm.
Well, that was underwhelming.
Yeah, sorry.
Just one.
Just one for now. Yeah.
At this basketball game, this dude, as they're scanning the crowd, he doesn't know that he's on TV because this is a person watching at home. He's pouring Coke onto his finger and snorts it, and
no
is
way.
caught on national TV. Yes.
That's hilarious. Do you go to jail for that? Because technically, that's a Class A drug.
It is. I don't.
Would the police enforce it? That's so unlucky.
I mean, to tracks. I mean, you have nothing better to do. I mean, a dude was just enjoying some happy stuff.
Well,
there. You know what I mean?
I don't have that much money, so I can't afford that.
Can't do coke, no. Yeah, enjoyed the car chases in all of them. Yeah, and they've gotten progressively better too. That's
Is Rogue Nation the one in the dust storm?
Yeah, no, that's Ghost Protocol.
Ghost Protocol. I love that scene. So cool.
Deadly American Marriage. Oh yes, I watched that as well. Yeah, engaging and shocking Netflix true crime doc, twists and turns, ultra violent family tragedy. Yeah, and
is it good then? Is it?
It
well
was
put together.
Really well done and
okay,
maddening. Also,
they always are, aren't they?
I also watched the Fred and Rose
the Liver Man, the Liver King.
Oh no, I did watch that also, but no. This one was the British couple who
oh right, yeah,
murdered like a lot of their children, and then
really?
Well, one or two of their kids, but also lodgers and stuff like that, and they would pick them.
Wow.
It was yeah,
wow.
Yeah. So that's a sad one.
Made you want to come to Britain.
Yeah, you know. Finished Andor season 2. The last 3 episodes bumped up your score. Okay, and the last 6 were better than the first 6.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've watched. I've done 7, 8, 9, and so I need to watch 10, 11, 12. But yeah, 7, 8, 9 were way better than the first half. Yeah.
Interesting. Poker Face season 2, episodes 2, 3, and 4. Last of Us season 2, episode 5. Murderbot episode 1. Just save it to binge for the rest of them.
Yeah, it's going to be frustrating to watch 17 minutes of a part of an episode.
Yes. Yeah. Like first season also of Andor. Okay. Crochet While and Listen binged through 3 seasons of The Discovery of Witches.
Nice. So that's 24 episodes. Wow. Okay.
Finished up Andor, Daredevil season 2, Suzume.
Nice.
And Witch Watch season 1. What is that?
I think that's an anime. Is it an anime? Yeah.
Okay.
3 out of 5. Is it not that good then? I was hearing good things. Witch Watch. To the wench.
I'm your wife, not a witch. Or I'm not a witch here. I'm your wife.
True love.
Oh,
you didn't say true love. It said to
blave.
To blave.
Season 4 of Love, Death, and Robot. Terrible. The Close Encounters and How Zeke Found Religion were the only decent ones. Okay.
Okay.
I do think it was, yeah. Well, we talked about it. Yeah. It was less. Cool. Insane how underappreciated Andor has been this year. Still contended is because they did not give casuals enough member berries. Could be.
I remember.
I can't speak to it because I haven't watched. So
I know. Yeah, you don't remember.
So AJ and Crochet Wild and Listen are the only 2 that enjoyed season 1 more than season 2. Thing was not too much others and not enough Andor. Okay. No, they were important, but I thought they were boring. Fair enough.
Also, just to kind of say once again, I've seen Star Wars where Princess Leia gives the plans to someone, and that's the whole premise. We don't need Rogue One or Andor. It's all done in that one piece of okay.
Poking the bear. Oh, Andor season 2 still surpassed many of the newer Star Wars series. It's a good spy genre.
I mean, I think it is top tier. I agree. Underneath that, I would put Ahsoka. I would put Mando season 1. I'd put the 2 episodes of Mando that's in Boba Fett. Like, just take them out and put them in back with Mando.
Yeah,
because they were.
Actual feat of effectively creating a great prequel to a prequel, underappreciated.
Yeah, true.
Yes, still a great season of TV. Some episodes and aspects could have been even better. Is there going to be a season 3? I don't.
No.
Does it end where?
No. This
Rogue One
it's
happens?
yeah,
Okay.
it's Rogue One's next bit. Yeah.
Okay. Hope Superman movie's going to be good. After trailer is just too much character.
Yeah, the many. Yeah, that I did worry about that. There's many different types of soups and things in this, and it feels like they're trying to do Guardians, but for a Superman movie, there needs to be Superman, right? I'm happy with just Superman and Crypto, but if you're adding all these other extras to build a DC world, that's going to be to the detriment of its story.
Yeah, I mean that's why we liked Thunderbolts,
Yeah.
because it was its own thing. I mean, okay.
I mean, I trust James Gunn, so we'll see.
Yeah. Give it a go. Was ready to go right into Rogue One, even though I had just watched it for May 4th. Nice. Andor is the best Star Wars series, but haven't seen it be underappreciated. Who's been talking bad about it?
Chris. It's Chris, yeah. Chris
Me?
he's just been like, yeah, it's crap.
Oh, it is a nearly perfect 2-season arc. Cassian grow from a tribal boy to a hardened captain in the rebellion. Nice.
Our friend Gemma actually named us a new son, Cassian, because
really?
of how good Star Wars is. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not necessarily mean bad. Underappreciated, just not appreciating its greatness. Too many people are just taking as a regular Star Wars show. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's been some really bad Star Wars shows. Really, really bad Star Wars shows. Yeah. Yeah.
Enjoyed the show. That's great. Andor has been as good or as an espionage thriller as any movie or show in the last 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we were literally just saying. It's its own thing. So it just because it's in the Star Wars universe is supplemental. The story, it's a great espionage thriller series. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a good point.
Pitt is your favorite of the year so far. Pitt is phenomenal. That is, Tony Gilroy.
But Chris, I heard it had 15 episodes, not 16.
What?
Last week you were like, I've seen all 16 episodes. And someone I think immediately said, no, you were freaking me out. It's only got 15 episodes.
Oh. Well, okay, well, there were a lot. There were more than I had fingers, okay?
Chris,
so
we have to get everything right all the time.
I couldn't count more. Do you see?
More than these fingers.
Yes.
You got to put up your feet as well for the
You're
toes.
lucky I'm not a bomb maker, I got 8. Is Tony Gilroy done with making Star Wars projects at the moment, but hope bring him back for more because he understands the world of Star Wars so well. Okay.
Is that who did
Andor.
Andor then? I didn't realize that. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Um. Oh, buddy is attacking somebody maybe at the door. I don't know. Or there's a yeah. Anyway, Tom Cruise has a cool interview on his career milestone recently. On the BFI channel. Oh, interesting. Okay,
Hmm.
cool.
Okay,
That would be
nice.
fun. Pitt was the best new IP of the year. Okay. Series was more impressive though.
Okay.
Multiple shows so far this year that I would personally put over Andor.
Mm.
Still an A grade show.
Yeah, I mean, we've been feasting well this year, so that's not a bad thing.
Yes, of Deborah Logan. See
The
how far
taking
behind
off.
we are. Yes.
Yeah, jeez.
Jonas, watched it today. Solid 8 out of 10. Mission Impossible 4, 5, and 6 are pure perfection.
Mm.
I'm going with context here. I think we're talking about Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, because they kind of seen the new one.
Well, they might have. I mean, they're.
I mean, unless they've gone to a press screening. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's doing some like there's another screening this week in my area,
Right.
that the public can go to. So yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. At IMAX also, but I'm going to be playing with capybaras.
Monster Squad. We really need to watch that again.
I know. I'm afraid to. Can't relate, so you're behind, but you keep Fish Mooney's name out of your mouth.
That is great. You keep Fish Mooney's name out of your mouth.
I clicked on it and it didn't show it. Oh, there we go.
Should I slap myself?
Yes. Oh, Got Ham is the best show to ever exist. Okay.
Shit. Yes, it is. I agree. It is.
We
okay.
live in a world where there is dark. Your opinion is invalid.
Yeah, but dark is so convoluted and messy. It doesn't even wrap up all the storylines. I mean, come on, Chris. It's not that good, is it?
And it's not in English, damn it.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Oh, ever. Oh gosh. B Monster Films, always such a pleasure to watch. Dog Soldiers.
Thank you. Right?
Man,
it's awesome.
Why did you have to start out with that one? I mean, Trimmers, They Live. Yes. Come on, Dog Soldiers. Dog crap.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're at the end of the comments. How did
whoa.
Do
you want to talk about what we're looking forward to?
Yes, let's do that.
Cool.
Let me write down.
Are you doing the time code?
I am.
You need to.
Yep. Go for it.
Because talky talk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this week on Netflix, Prom Queen. Okay, moving on. Sirens.
I can't say anything.
Yeah, you can't say anything. Sirens. Do you know about that?
I haven't started it yet. Yeah. 5 episodes though. Looks fun.
And it looks fun. Yeah. Good cast. So that's all the things I'm kind of interested on Netflix. What have you got anything else on Netflix?
No, I don't.
No. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anything coming to the cinema other than
Mission Impossible? There is a it's probably going to be limited and not everybody's going to like it.
Right.
But it's called Sister Midnight.
Right.
And it is Magnolia Pictures. It's an Indian film. It's my wife was not enjoying it. I loved it. It's
my wife.
Yeah, it's a dark comedy with another genre stuck in there. It has it's weird. Okay. And I don't think a lot of people are going to like it. I did. fun with it. It's not perfect. It's not excellent. It's not drop everything to watch, but it was quirky enough and um, just odd, off kilter enough where I was like, yeah, okay, you're speaking my language.
Okay. Coming to UK cinemas on Wednesday, Lilo and Stitch is out.
Oh, I've heard
Yeah.
about that. It takes place in IE, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. How I? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. There is a Shudder movie coming out, which these are always hit and miss. Okay, and I
Yeah,
haven't
they are.
watched
They
this one
really
yet,
are.
so it
What's it
looks good
called?
though. The Surrender.
Not heard of
So
it.
comes out on Friday. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. We will see.
Cool.
And then there's Fountain of Youth on Apple, which you mentioned at the beginning.
Yeah.
And my capybara experience on Monday. That's the highlight of my week right there. If I have to go to Florida,
I'm
where
gonna.
it is, you're gonna,
I'm just gonna say, if I have to go to Florida, I'm gonna want to touch some capybaras.
exactly. The weather there is, I'm not even looking forward to it. It's really high humidity, and the low barely at like 4 in the morning or something. I'm like, oh, this is disgusting.
No, just
yeah,
no.
no, yeah. Anyway, I don't have anything else that I'm.
No, I
looking
didn't
forward to.
either. Well, let's check what the rest are looking forward to.
Yes. Let's see here. We've got. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to get something there. Motorheads.
Yeah.
Sirens.
So I mentioned that earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. Fear Street Prom Queen. New Mission Impossible and Lilo and Stitch. So, and then we've got Last Showgirl. Oh, go watch that. That's great.
Oh, that's cool. That's coming to Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Go see that. There's also Fear Below and The Last Rodeo.
Is Fear Below the Netflix thing?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Cool.
No, Fear Below is.
Is that a shark one? Oh yeah, it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Ragtag team of divers attempt to salvage a sunken car from a riverbed, thwarted by a highly aggressive bull shark.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
That's always fun. Yeah.
Just saw the movie Freaky Tales. Quite a freaky movie. That sounds very familiar.
Yeah. Haven't you seen Freaky Tales?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, that was
the
fun.
Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
He's just one of the many. It's an anthology.
It is. But they punched and killed Nazis. So
they did. So that instantly makes it a classic in my books. Yeah.
Yep.
Repeat, especially the end sequence.
FBI True season 7. Okay.
Cool.
Forget You Not season 1 on Netflix. Okay. 9 Perfect Strangers season 2 on Netflix. Because wasn't that a Hulu?
Yeah,
series?
I don't think it's Netflix.
Okay, but that I tapped out. I didn't finish it. It was quirky, but Nicole Kidman was just kind of
Nicole Kidman. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, Sister Midnight is at 96% on Rotten Tomato with 50 reviews.
Ooh.
It's
nice.
Yeah, if you're into odd again, it's odd, and I
thought Sister Midnight had come out ages ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. Maybe. It's like it was made in 2004, I think. So, or not 2004, 2024.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Huh.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Friends.
That's everything.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up. So we thank you so much. Don't forget about our Discord that we got. You can go and join and continue the chat. Have the chat during the week. Have the chat while we're chatting here too. But link is in the description on the screen. Good luck tapping on the screen though. And yeah, so everybody go there. Thanks to also Crochet a while and listen for setting it up, and then her and AJ working to just add continuously releases coming up. That is huge. So if you're in the mood, like what's coming out, you can go there, and that is like your one-stop shopping spree of just
It is.
everything. Yeah.
Yep.
Caveat always: titles subject to change because we're not in control of any of that. So,
One day we will be.
What are we gonna do tonight, Brain? Um,
Try to change the release dates.
Yes,
Okay.
that's exactly. That's the good goal. That's the thing that needs to be fixed most. Our Patreon, patreon.com/thebearded ones. £1 entry gets you access to all of the videos, but then you can bump up in tiers to request movies or series, or movies and series, different things like that. So I invite you to check it out there. You can also just hop on for free. There are a couple that are outside the paywall, so if you just want to get an idea, there's that. Thank you, everybody, for on the podcast. If you're listening there, we appreciate that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That really does help. It. I know we say this each week. It's dumb that you would have to do that, but anytime you hit that thumbs up button,
does help. Yeah.
It tells YouTube that, hey, somebody else likes this. So other than me and Ruben going in and under 17 different accounts that we have falsifying
That would
our
be
likes.
so tiring.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine? Just the logging in and out would be. Ugh.
Yeah, no.
No, thank you. I ain't got time for that. So anyway, we appreciate that. Let's see here. Yeah, like, subscribe, share, Ruben, hit the notification, join the Discord. Thank you, AJ. That's perfect.
Sell your soul.
Everybody have a fun, safe weekend. Be safe. We will see you next week. I will have pictures of a capybara and me playing with one, and maybe I will have one with me. I'm not sure I'm going to put that on the stream, though, because that will then solidify my arrest. But all right, friends, we'll see you next week. Okay, take care.